Rich, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everybody. This is the second time that we have had Zepla on Allcraft, and it's pretty insane to think about how much has changed since that first episode. Last time Zepla was here, she was still working on tea. She's managed to get the huge accomplishment of getting tea down, which I'll be trying to do soon as well. And then you look at Asmon, and you know, he came in as the pinnacle of neckbeardom, and now he's giving away loot to cat girls, spending most of his time petting them and chocobo racing, and I'm pretty sure by the third episode he'll be a Lalafell.
Well, that's probably not going to happen because I'm going to complete the ultimates before the expansion comes out, and I'm not going to need to have to do that. I don't know what that is. There's never going to be a single, there's never going to be a reality where I ever respec or change the Lalafell. It's not going to happen.
I watched you meet Pippin. Yeah. I heard the things you said. You were slowly, actually quickly, rapidly changing and morphing into a better person, a Lalafell.
Listen, Lalafells are, like, Zepla hates Lalafell. Well, Zepla, you hate Lalafells too, right?
What? No, of course not.
No, there's no way that you don't hate them. If you considered a fair trade and a fair measurement, if I completed an ultimate for you to change to a Lalafell for 1 week, there's no way that 1 week of a Lalafell is equivalent to an ultimate unless you absolutely fucking hate him.
You ever heard of a win-win?
I mean, maybe I would just make the deal and assume that you thought that I hated it so that I would win no matter what.
Oh, so you want it to be a Lalafell?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it that much. So, like, really, it's not bad for me at all. But it's not like I have anything to worry about anyway.
Everybody doubts me, and I'm glad. I'm glad that everybody doubts me, because if everybody's doubting me, that means that I can only go up. It's the same as, like, I would get bad grades in school, and that way if I ever got, like, an 83, it'd be like, okay, all right, that's pretty good. And so I know I'm actually thinking I might complete all three of them before Endwalker. That's currently what my plan is.
Let me pop the screen out. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys heard Zepla. She has nothing to worry about, and I think after we heard Asmon talk, we know that she's definitely right in that feeling of security. But you guys at home, you don't need to have anything to worry about at all either, especially if you download NordVPN using code Allcraft. I'm pretty sure there's a panel. Did you set up the panel? Mod, spam the link. Mod, spam the link. Otherwise, we're gonna get fired. And trust me, I've been fired a lot of times in my life, and it's not fun, even after you've done it 10 times. But you know what is fun? Final Fantasy XIV, and the three of us, we've been playing a whole lot of it. All of us are in a different place right now. I'm currently going through the existential crisis because I play way too fast, and I'm gonna beat the main story quest. I was talking to Zepla about it a little bit earlier, and I'm gonna have that terrible feeling of loss when I finally beat the entirety of the story. Zepla's going through the endgame content at the highest level, and then Asmon is Chocobo racing. So all three of us have very different experiences and a lot to talk about.
What's so funny about Chocobo racing? What's so funny about this?
It's just like Zepla's going through the content at the highest level of play, and Asmon is Chocobo racing.
Okay, so there's a high level of play in Chocobo racing. I've watched 18 different YouTube videos about this. Okay, I've been reading documents about this.
Are you in a high level of play in Chocobo racing?
Yes, I am. I'm trying to reduce I've been inbreeding my Chocobos to find the one singular chromosome that my Chocobo will have, and that chromosome will be winning.
Okay.
There will be only one chromosome left whenever I'm done with him.
OTC.
Are you winning a lot right now? Are you doing pretty good? Or
no, I'm not. I'm not. But it's a process, and it will take time in order to get to the point where I am winning a lot. And I do get top 8 every race.
That's my favorite thing about it. Is he keeps telling me that he's so good at it and that he's a master of it, and I believe him. You know, he's talking to me about it all the time. He'll call me. I'm like, dude, it is what it fucking is, dude. He's like talking about chromosomes. He's talking about chocolate. He doesn't stop fucking talking about it. And then I go into his stream, and every time he's like, fuck shit. I've never seen you not come in 8th place ever. A single time. And you're doing it like you are doing it so much that there was a day that I called you, and it was half an intervention. I was genuinely worried about you. It was like PoE level, about to take a break because you're playing too much of a game. I was worried that you weren't sleeping and shit. And you just haven't won a single one.
I have won so many of them, I cleared out my entire challenge log. The only thing is that I don't win any of them on stream because it's rigged. Because people will go and intentionally use items on me to make me look bad. But the moment I go off stream, I win every game.
Oh, okay. So you're only winning off stream. So that's why. Okay.
Yeah, I only win off stream. I save all the losses for the stream, and then whenever I go off stream, that's whenever I really farm out the levels and just kind of get work done.
That used to happen to my one friend, Ninja. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
We're boys. Watch the stream all the time. That used to happen to him a lot. He's doing fine now.
I bet he is. I certainly do. And
I don't think anyone would have predicted this. Like, it really feels like we're in the weirdest timeline where Asmongold is obsessed with Chocobo racing. Like, a year ago, I don't think anyone would have believed that. Not only would he play Final Fantasy 14, but he got hung up on, like, the most obscure aspect of the game that almost no one does.
I feel like getting fixated on the stupidest aspect of the game is the only thing that people could have predicted. I think that playing the game is what people don't understand.
It's the most Asmon thing ever. Like every single game I've ever seen him play, like it's usually like an off stream. He calls me on Discord and shows it to me for like 14 hours. Just him like, look, I bugged out this boss. Like, watch me do the thing. And he just stands there. And like, I try to be supportive. Like the entire time I'm like, yeah, like you got it, dude. That's so cool. But it's never actually playing the game. Ever. It's never been playing the game.
Well, it's always something stupid. It's like how I can bug a boss out in a wall and hit him and he doesn't do anything. It's like, it's beating the game in a way that it wasn't intended to be beaten.
Beating the game at its own game.
Beating the game's game.
Whoa. Well,
that's it.
We all lost the game just now.
Oh my god, I haven't lost that since 2007. Oh my god, I forgot all about that. Holy shit, I used to get reminded. I had a friend Dylan that would tell me that every fucking day. It's so much nostalgia. Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, it was something like if you didn't have any friends, you knew about the game. And this is something that you would know about. It was like a 4chan thing that everybody's playing the game. And if you think about the game, you lose the game. And like, it's just been something that's been going on for a long time. And anybody that spent a lot of time on the internet by themselves back in the mid 2000s will sometimes bring it up.
Okay. Wow.
That's about it.
Now I'm losing.
You've just lost.
It's too late. You already lost.
Yeah, you already lost. That's too bad. I don't really feel like it was that crazy for me to play another game. Like, I'd played a lot of other games, but I do think that, like going into Final Fantasy, like, I was very uncertain about doing it because of, like, for me, I thought it was weird that they moderated the game, and it gave me the wrong impression. Like, I thought that they moderated the game where it was like if somebody called me a poopy head, they were just fucking banned. And it turns out that that's really not the case. And I'm glad about that. But at the same time, it does seem like, especially recently, that type of behavior does seem to create a better audience. So
I guess
good.
it was just a culture shock for you coming to a game where they moderate it.
Yes, where it's actually moderated, and I'm was not used to that at all. And I think it's been nice. I mean, honestly, like because like I remember whenever I started playing, and there was like 50 fucking people that would just run behind me with their fucking whales. They had these giant Stormount whales, and they would just put them on there, and then they would make noises. Like there was the girl where they're like, just over and over and over. And finally, like Square Enix, well, they got suspended. They got banned for it. And I was like, this is more than Blizzard's ever done for me. I was so happy about it. So, like, I do think that the community in general, it has actually had a positive impact. And it wasn't really as, I thought it was going to be like this draconian, play nice or die. But it's not the case.
That's why good. I remember telling you, like, I remember you had asked me, hey, am I going to have to worry about, like, getting banned because I told somebody to get good or something? And I was like, well, I mean, maybe you could just be a little nicer. Like the way I had interpreted it was like you were wanting to come in and just give people a really hard time, but I don't think that's the case at all.
I'm used to not doing that anymore as a streamer because I used to just talk shit to people like the moment that like anybody would make me mad or whatever in WoW. And what would happen, because like people knew that I was like making content, they'd fucking report my ass. And I got suspended so many times, and I was worried that they were gonna like suspend me for like 6 months or something. And so like now I don't even really contact people at all. I just kind of go and do my own thing and keep to myself. So it wasn't really that much of a shock for me. And just in general, like knowing if you'll get in trouble if you're like just overly hostile, I think that like really they have about the same rules that WoW does, except for they actually enforce them. I think that's really the way I'd look at it.
They actually enforce them.
It's just so crazy. Like I thought that, and this is one of the best feelings about playing Final Fantasy, is actually looking back and going, okay, I was wrong, and now that I've played this game, I've learned, and I'm better for it. And I think that that's something that hopefully gets carried over into any other MMORPGs that play. Like I thought it was going to be so terrible to not be using a damage meter all the time. I thought it was going to be terrible to feel like over policed. I thought I would be thinking about it all the time. Yeah. But it ends up just being more fun, because anytime I'm in a group, I'm not thinking about replacing people. I have no idea how much damage they're doing. We're just talking about doing the mechanics of the fight, and we get through. Now, granted, I'm not doing the hardest content in the game yet, right? Doing like min eye level synced trials in the story, right? It's not the most difficult content, and I know that it'll change at the other content, but I've met people because I've been a more positive human being. I mean, by the end of World of Warcraft, I was bald and screeching nonstop, and now I feel like a completely different person.
Wait, you were bald from World of Warcraft?
He actually was. Like we'd have phone calls late at night, and he'd be talking to me, like be like theory crafting. It's like, you know how you theory craft about like a boss? Well, imagine that boss is our head. And so we would be talking about like, you know, do you think like, you know, like how do you feel about this? And I'd look at an angle, and he'd be like, you know, it's not looking good. And then he'd look down and be like, you know, it's like, you knew me 3 years ago, like, you know, where are we at now? And, you know, he was like taking different stuff, and I was thinking about it, etc. And now, I mean, that's a full head of hair right there.
What?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. There was a moment when I'll never forget. I was live too, and Asm was on my stream, and I bent over to pick something up, and Asm was like, "Fucking look at that bald spot, dude!" And, and he started ripping me apart. He started fucking ripping me apart. And he goes, "I have a scuffed hairline than that fucking shit." And I went into like one of the deepest, darkest places that I've ever been in my entire life. I remember
You're welcome.
Oh God, that's the night I shaved my head, which was all because of you. I like literally made it a sub goal because of you, because I wanted an excuse to that's mid head shave. Oh my God, that was the darkest timeline.
What? Wait. Let's back up.
Okay.
You lost hair because of World of Warcraft? Or did
have you ever done horrific visions?
Oh
yeah,
my God. Yeah. I don't know, but I think part of it was I don't know. It was just, I think the real thing that was causing me to go through so much pain, it wasn't any particular piece of content. It was waking up and knowing that I loved streaming more than anything else. Like I genuinely loved streaming. Like I loved talking to the people in my chat. I loved, like, there were so many great moments in the day, but they were all moments when I was reacting to content, not when I was playing World of Warcraft. And I knew that every single day I needed to wake up and play WoW, and it made me miserable. It was the thought of playing WoW that I think caused me the most stress.
What?
See, that wasn't really the case for me. Like, I liked playing WoW. I thought playing WoW was fine, but like you did get to the point where like you've done like everything, you know, so many times. It's like, when's the new content coming out? Not for another 6 months. Why do you think they had you buy the package for 6 months in the mount, you know? And so you're just sitting around waiting for the next thing to happen. And I do think that, like, yeah, especially like the way that I've been trying to play through the story and everything, I've tried to do all of the content like one step at a time. And I've tried to like make it as large of an experience as possible. And I think that's really what's made it enjoyable for me personally. It's like I've really liked that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Rich, is it true that you got fired from Blizzard because you were criticizing WoW?
That wasn't the only reason.
Which time?
That's what I heard. I don't know if is it
okay. I feel like it's not very often that God you just have that on your favorites bar, huh, Peckies?
You put that up so quick.
You were like already up.
Yeah, it's a homepage.
Wow. Okay, so you know what? I haven't talked about it very many times. How far should I go?
Go ahead, just tell the story.
Should I actually tell like all the stuff that wasn't even said, just kind of how I felt like it went?
Sure, yeah. I mean,
you could
why
just
not?
Exaggerate. I mean, you could just make stuff up too if you wanted.
Yeah,
no, I mean, look. Here's basically what happened. I worked as a commentator for Blizzard. Well, I worked for a commentator for Major League Gaming, which ended up getting acquired by Activision Blizzard. And I was working on Call of Duty. I did basically every single Call of Duty show for like 3 years. And then maybe more. I can't really even remember. And then I did every World of Warcraft show for around the same amount of time. And basically what happened was there was a show that came up that I thought that I was working. And they never told me that I wasn't working it after all of those years of doing every single show. They didn't tell me, and they tweeted. And that's how I found out that I wasn't a part of the show. And that was the first time that I got fired. And it was they didn't tell me anything. I had no idea what was going on. And the clip that Pecky's actually put up was basically me being like, or actually that might have been the second time or the third time. I can't remember.
It was the second time.
Yeah, I think that was the second time. The first time I basically put out a tweet and I was just like, just don't take it out on my friends who are still working on the desk. Everybody's on the desk is fantastic. And honestly, all the people who I know on the esports side of things are also fantastic. This just is what it is. And, I don't fully know what's going on because they didn't tell me, but a lot of it was just absolute, over time, Asmon and I started Allcraft to try to make World of Warcraft a better place, and I think we did a really good job. I genuinely do. Hotted as well. We worked really hard.
Okay, let me stop you there. Did you say that, do you think that the reason they didn't tell you about that was because of incompetence or because of some other...
No. I think it just was company policy not to tell me anything. Because if they do, if they actually had to give reasons, I was very good at my job. Pretty much nobody will say otherwise, even if they didn't like my style on the job. That's fine. But it's pretty hard in a personality driven position to give a good reason, right? So I understand the company policy to a certain degree of not wanting to say anything, especially because a large reason that I think that I was let go was because of my associations with a lot of my friends and because of the content that I was making with them. And then the time after that, the
by
final
friends,
time,
he means me.
Yeah. So what kind of topics do you think you were touching that were prickly, that were problematic for them? I realize you're just speculating here, but is there anything that you think that might have had somebody over there being like, I don't like that?
I mean, they loved me. They loved me until I was friends with Asmon.
I'm telling you, I am.
Are you throwing Asmon under the bus right now?
Asmon's literally been my best friend for years. I have so many friends who have done so much for me. Asmon has always been and always will be one of my best friends, but it is what happened. That is what happened. And there was I think that their policy on their relationships with a lot of content creators was just very bad. And then after I started to get my own following as well, that was something that they also didn't like because I could say things and that's a liability. And the final time that I got fired, I definitely deserved it. I would have fired me too, based off of the things that I said. I'm sorry, Mr. Kodak. You were always very nice to me. It just sounded really good. It just sounded so good.
Really what did you say? What did you...
Are you familiar with the way that a Skinner box works?
No.
So it's basically a way to train a rat. And the way that you train a rat is that actually, do we have the clip, Peck? Could we pull up the clip and you could just see for yourself? Okay, great.
I'm pretty sure it's my top clip of all time, I'm going to be honest.
I think it might be. Yeah. I see it. It's being linked in my chat. The title is Rich Has a Mental Breakdown. And
okay.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Let's do audio.
All
Now,
right.
Zepla, tell me when you watch this clip. Tell me if you recognize this person.
I don't need a break. I need to uninstall WoW. This is a game made for anyone who's playing. Look at you, idiot! Look at you, you idiot! Why are
It's
you
all
playing
muted.
this game?
It's
Is it
muted. It
because
was,
you're
it was
literally just-
unmuted for a second, Peckies, and now it's muted again.
It's because you're.
You fucking idiot! You dumb fucks! Why are you playing this fucking shit? You fucking morons running around like ants in Bobby Kodak's maze!
Look at his face.
What? Like ants in Bobby Kotick's maze?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty accurate.
Did you take a red pill before you streamed that day?
My face looks like I
I think he
did.
took a black pill.
Oh, it's just so.
Yeah, and I'm like, I cannot believe, like a minute ago when I was like, hey, were you losing hair from playing World War? You should have just played that clip. You should have just been like, okay, just watch this.
Yeah, you need to explain it. Like, put it in the
That's all the
context.
explanation I needed.
I
So,
definitely, and yeah, look, I was definitely not in a great place. Let's be completely honest.
oh wait, are you telling me that you weren't very happy there? Was that not a good time?
I honestly,
Rich?
I
It's
laughed
so
later that
weird.
night. Yeah, yeah.
It's so weird that you guys, like, there are so many other WoW content creators that absolutely hated streaming WoW. And I realized why I didn't really hate it as much. It's because I never played the game.
Yep.
I never actually played the game. I would just walk over and, okay, let's do 2 mount runs. All right, great. Let's see. Oh, Bellier's got a new video. Great. That's an hour out of the way. And then, there's somebody made a Reddit post about me. That's 2 hours. Let's talk about that. And then also the comments as well. And then read comments from the comments. And then we'll talk about that. And then by that time, maybe, look at that. Captain Grimm came out with a video. Let's watch that. And then, okay, let's play the game for 5 minutes. All right, so let's go do a transmog comp. And that's the stream.
Yeah.
You want to know
Oh,
the
they
best
were
thing about
great.
what happened that night? That night, I'm pretty sure Asmon rage quit a vision and hosted me. And he wiped, and I literally said that day,
No.
I went, or was that a different day?
I never rage quit a vision.
Yes, you did, because you rage quit a vision, and right after I was cracking up, and I remember Courage was in my chat, and I said, out of vessels, out of content, out of hair, and I was like,
actually, wait, I do remember. I remember that spam. Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. I thought I thought I was so fucking funny, and then I was like, I'm gonna show off, and I can do a vision right now.
Never mind.
Was that during the Mail
Karma.
Muncher era
Yes.
for Asmon? Yeah, I remember that.
During the what era?
The Mail Muncher.
Oh
Era.
God.
How do you feel
yeah.
about that? Like, do you still feel good that you spent all that time doing that?
I actually was so so there is a mount. Do you remember at the Timeless Isle, Zepla?
Yeah.
Okay, so remember that mount Hulan? And it was like the big black serpent dragon that would fly around, and he spawned like every hour. Yeah. Well, anyway, this was back in like 2017, and I spent probably 4 hours every single day farming for this mount. And I would get invited to other servers. I would be killing it on my other characters. I would have other people inviting me, people trying to bring me over, me looking for it for myself. And I did this for about 3 weeks. And I farmed for Hulan day after day after day. And the moment that I finally killed Hulan and I got the mount, I had a midlife crisis. Because I thought to myself, what the fuck am I going to do now? Like I spent 40 hours a week farming for this stupid mount, and now I have it. What the fuck am I gonna do with my life? And I had no idea. And so anyway, what I had to do was I finally went and I found another mount to farm, and obviously it's called Gmod or whichever other one you want to call. And so the Mail Muncher was kind of the same thing, because I had taken a break, got dental work done, and so I came back to stream. And I remember I got the Mail Muncher, and I thought to myself, oh my God, now what? Now what am I going to do? Now I'm out of content.
Yeah.
Because I would do that, and like every single day, like there were people, I think it was about like 1 month away from being on the same level of Tim the Tatman not winning a game in Fall Guys. Like everybody would just tune in to see it not happen. And I was so glad that it was over. I'll tell you that.
I think that WoW is it's a pretty good collection game. I don't think it's a great MMO, but it's really good collection game. And that's mostly how you've been playing it, from what I can tell.
Yeah, I stopped raiding. Like I said, fuck that.
Rich, I have a question. You were talking earlier about how you felt like Allcraft made WoW a better place. How do you think that that's happened?
Oh, I think we tried to make World of Warcraft a better place. Like like.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Before you said that.
Hear me out. From the very beginning, basically. So how Allcraft actually started. A friend of ours, Hotted, hit me up when I had started hosting, and he was like, "Hey, do you want to make a podcast about World of Warcraft?" And I was like, "Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. We can talk about all the different things in the game, and then from there, we'll just have different guests. We'll talk about everything." First guest, I think at the time, probably like 5K average viewer streamer, something like that, named Asmongold.
6K.
6K? You make it bigger every single time. But yeah, he's 6K average streamer. He came on and we were talking, we were having a really good time. And at the end of the episode, we end the stream and he goes, "Boys, what time next week, dude?"
Yeah, I just
invited himself.
Well, because I knew how much better I made the show. I mean, it's like obviously, the show wouldn't run without me. So it's like, I mean, obviously, I'm gonna be back next week. And I remember I woke up and I didn't know if you guys wanted me back. And then you were like halfway through. I think the second episode was with Zaryu, if I remember right. And I just like woke up, and this is like, a little bit earlier for my bedtime. And so I got up at like maybe 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. And usually the show had already been going on. And like I came on and I remember thinking to myself, like, man, this show wasn't doing too well. And then I came on and wow, this was so much better. Like I really saved the show. And then I just decided that I was part of the main show. I mean, that's pretty much what happened, Rich.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. We were all very excited about it. And then we had these calls, and we genuinely would just talk about how we wanted to make the game better. I remember Asmon at the time was talking about like the fact that he wanted to change the way they talked about certain things in the game. I was talking about how, we could try to create a better line of communication with the devs. And we all really believed that we were doing something great. And then one person accidentally let us have the stage at BlizzCon, which ended up being an absolute disaster, if you remember.
Was it? Wait, it was an absolute disaster.
Well, you remember that we wanted it to be free so everybody can watch.
Oh yeah, that was a confusing thing. But like people ripped it and put it online and
it got there. There. But I was relatively upset about that. And then after that, I feel like, a lot of our communication shut down because people left, and then our good communication started to come back, and then people got let go during the giant situation that happened.
Which one?
When Caden got like oh my god, look at us.
Look at like,
they made me wear makeup for that. They took me around back and they made me put on makeup so I wouldn't be as greasy as I normally am.
Did you take a shower before you went on there?
I mean, like, well, yeah, because I mean, like, I would have taken a shower at some point before I went on the show. Like, was it like a few days ago? Yeah, maybe, probably, yeah, somewhere around there. I mean, like, you can see, like...
Wait a minute, I remember... Wait, I'm suddenly remembering around the time that this happened, there was, like... I feel like I remember there being some kind of a Reddit post, or, like, you were defending yourself about how you smell. And I remember you were like, oh, but there were people that met me at BlizzCon, and they said that I was not smelly. Like, do you remember that? That whole thing?
Absolutely.
Asmon's never smelled ever. I mean, actually like.
I don't smell bad at all because I don't sweat. That's
it's
the thing.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't sweat because I don't drink any water. I just drink Dr. Pepper.
Well then,
I'm fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I bet
there's never been a person.
You probably just smell like Dr. Pepper, and you can't tell because you only drink Dr. Pepper. like one of those
that's
things.
that's good.
You know what he smells like?
It smells pretty good.
Asmon smells like somebody put expensive cologne on him 2 months ago. That's actually the best way to describe Asmon's smell.
What?
It's like yes, it's like a it's not bad. It's like a musk that has just lingered a very long time. It's pretty manly, honestly. Yeah,
You're right about the lingering part. Okay. Like,
it's not bad. Like he genuinely does not smell bad. I
don't.
Yeah, if I don't
Everybody that's
shower
met
for
me knows
3
that.
days, I will smell worse than Asmon if he hasn't showered in 2 months.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's actually true. People don't believe it, and then they meet me, and there are even people that comment while they meet me. It's like this is a normal conversation for them. They're like, wow, it's nice to meet you, man. I thought you would smell like shit and be disgusting, and you are, but not as much as how much I thought. And I'm like, wow, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate that.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Do you ever have people come up to you, Zepla, and like recognize you in real life?
No, of course not. Because
really?
I don't walk around with my bunny ears on, so they can't tell me. I'm completely incognito.
It's like Clark Kent.
Yeah, no one can tell me.
You're in Ukraine, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like actually a lot of people there do like watch a lot of gaming content. Like it's so popular there.
Maybe they're just like less sure that it's me.
They're not as certain. Yeah. Maybe they could be intimidated because it's like a girl. It's like if you see me, it's like, okay, it's just this fucking idiot wearing, like baggy clothes and everything. But if it's like a girl, it's like, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that, right?
Well, you're
And
the
so
most
they could be intimidated.
obvious. Like you're the most. It's like if Mark Ruffalo walked around wearing green face paint, everybody'd be like, oh, look, it's the Hulk. You're always in you're like a cartoon character in the sense that you're always wearing your work uniform.
What?
You know how cartoon characters they're always like Doug always wore Doug's clothes. Asmon's always wearing Asmon's clothes. Like he's gonna be walking around in an
What are
army
you talking about? Everybody's always wearing their own clothes. That's such a weird take.
No. But I mean, he doesn't change.
No.
Like it's always this. It's pretty much always the same shirt when we go out. So people are gonna they're gonna recognize.
Here's an example. Zepla, how many different pairs of bunny ears do you have?
I have 3.
Okay, so it's about the same. Yeah, because I have the blue shirt, I have this shirt, and I have the army shirt. And then sometimes I also wear the black shirt. I have over 150 shirts.
Have you
But I don't like wearing those.
I remember. I remember. There was the first time we met. You were wearing pajama bottoms and a pair of basketball shorts. Thug Life. Yeah. You were. They were Mario pajama bottoms, right? And then you were wearing the moccasin, like the brown moccasins that you always wear. Yeah. And the thing with those, with those pants, it doesn't matter who's wearing them. Everybody's gonna look for at least a second, right? So if somebody looks and then they know who Asmon is, they're gonna come say hi. You know what I mean? He's basically peacocking without even realizing he's peacocking.
Wait, what?
I have a picture. Peacocking, yeah. That's whenever you go around and you're like showing off. You want people to notice you, etc.
That's what I do.
Let me go back.
Are you peacocking, Asmongold?
I'm about to be. Look at this.
Are you peacocking right now?
No, I literally just linked it. Peckies, can you show that on stream? Go ahead, Zepla.
Nothing.
No, go hard.
Pecky's messaged me and he goes, yo, I have a clip of somebody saying Asmon smells bad. Can I play it?
Yeah, play it.
So the funny thing is, remember the white mage that said that he met me at BlizzCon? That's the guy.
White Knight. That's him. Yeah, he plays Dragoon.
That's him right there in that picture from 2017.
Guess who took that picture?
Wait, was it you?
Yeah. You guys made me take the picture.
Oh no. No, I feel so bad about it. But yeah, those were the pajama bottoms. That's completely normal. Yeah, it's totally normal. There's nothing weird about that at all.
Asmon? I don't know. I mean, I was hanging out with him, but I didn't catch a whiff. You smell riding around. Yeah. What do you mean?
Okay.
Smile. Fuck you, chat. Let's talk doors, man. Let's do it.
What's this?
That's so rude.
I gotta be honest, I didn't hear any of it. I can't think when I see Hassan.
Yeah, we're hanging out at TwitchCon. He's cool. I like his son a lot, actually.
Me too.
He and I got along real well. It was cool to actually meet him and just talk about shit. For sure. But yeah, I mean, I used to have this thing, and like I told my dad about this, and my dad didn't believe me. He said it's not gonna work. And I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I have this new idea for like a fashion thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wear pajamas. I'm gonna wear shorts over the pajamas. And my dad was like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I'm like, that's true. And then I started doing it.
It was kind of drippy.
And, it was. And I wore it to BlizzCon for like the first time I ever went to BlizzCon. I wore that shit to BlizzCon, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in character, right? I'm not gonna shower. I'm gonna smell bad. I'm gonna wear old clothes, and I'm gonna give people the real Asmongold experience.
Oh, okay.
I think that's normal.
So
like, you never had people like recognize you even at like FanFest and stuff.
Oh, at FanFest, yeah, of course.
Oh, but it's not like in real life.
Right.
Okay, yeah. It's like the first few times it would happen, it was kind of weird, but it's not like really that bad nowadays. I guess
I try not to leave the
you don't leave the house.
The house. Like I try to just stay in either in my house or in the forest.
In the forest?
Yeah. Yeah,
wait,
I spend a lot of time
in Kyiv?
I am like basically I'm like right outside Kyiv.
I was thinking about going there sometime. I'll definitely let you know.
Come on down, Rich.
Yeah, so many of my friends are there. I've tried to make Asmon go so many times. So many of my friends are there from Dota because Dota is huge there. Dota's huge there.
I got extra space. Y'all are welcome. Come on down anytime. Seriously.
Oh my god.
It's been IRL.
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 Leaving the house. Like I have to leave the house.
I'm telling you, you would love Ukraine, man.
An
You would love it.
adventure.
Is it hot or cold there?
Right now, it's warm.
Okay.
Right now it's fine. Right now it's really good weather, actually.
Does it like snow and shit whenever it's like the winter?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It never does that here.
Fucking Ukraine, dude.
Look,
Yeah.
there's so much snow here.
Yeah.
Like cars are buried in the snow. You got to dig yourself out of the snow. Like if you stand still for too long, you'll be buried in the snow.
Oh my god, that's crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah, like it's
That's why Ukrainians are so fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
everybody's really jacked because they're just digging themselves out of the snow all the time.
Yeah.
Like fighting off the Yeti and stuff.
Yeah, you go out there as an American, you're like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? It's like 6 feet of snow, and there's no problem. There's no problem.
Take some vodka and just like start burrowing, man. That's why I'm using my bunny skills to burrow myself out of there, man.
How'd you end up there?
Is that a long story?
It seems like a long story. Like people don't just lightly. You don't have to share it.
I mean, I've said it a lot of times on the stream, so I don't mind.
Okay.
But look, I don't really plan stuff out real good, and that applies to my life also. Okay, like I left the U.S. In 2013, and I went to Taiwan, and I didn't really have a plan for that. Like I sold my car and I sold my computer, and I had just enough money for a plane ticket and like maybe enough for a place to stay. And so then I got to Taiwan. I lived there. I crashed at my friend's house, and I got a job there, which I mean I probably should have set that up beforehand, but I got there, I found a job, I worked there for about a year as a teacher, and then one day I decided that I just wanted to go somewhere else because Taiwan was really hot, and it was also really, really bad pollution to the point that like my eyes were starting to get really red and stinging all the time. Literally just from the pollution, and this happened to some of my friends as well, so it wasn't just me. And I was like, I can't live here forever. So I left, and I knew that I wanted to go somewhere in Eastern Europe. So, I mean, look, I wish I had like a better, more well thought out reply.
That's better than my story.
I mean, it was kind of a YOLO decision to come on down here, and At the time, it was when there was a revolution happening in the streets in Kiev. So it was really dangerous at the time when I decided to come on down.
Good call.
And yeah, I remember I was teaching kids English in Taiwan at the time. And there were some kids there in my class, like 5 or 6 year old kids. And they were like, oh, teacher, Ukalan? You go to Ukalan? And I'm like, yeah. And this little kid is like, oh, but... I'm like, yeah, I'll be fine. Don't worry.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
What year was that?
5 or 6 years ago, I guess, or 2014. I want to say.
That's crazy.
So when I got here, there was like barricades in the streets. There was tents all over the streets. I saw like burnout buses and stuff in the middle of the town, and my mom was super pissed, obviously, that I made this decision to go
randomly to Ukraine.
But it worked out. I'm doing great. You know, you just gotta go with the flow sometimes. Like if it feels right, you're gonna.
Yeah, it's true.
It's fantastic. Or like it's.
I don't have any plans either.
So
yes,
there's no more fires. There's in the streets, and it's safe now. So you can come on down for sure. Yeah, both of y'all.
I like absolutely love it. Like the food's fantastic, the people are fantastic, everything is cheap as all hell. Like you could go there and be like, I'm gonna try to spend as much money as possible and spend the cost of one drink in New York on a full night. Like it's just absolutely absurd, the price difference, and the people are just all so, it's like high quality company, you know. I love it over there.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean,
Are you scared? Are you worried?
I mean, like, I don't really leave the house, you know? It's just not one of those things that I usually do.
When was the last time you left the house? Besides going to Wendy's.
Okay. Besides going to Wendy's or going out for food. Okay, besides going to, like, Walmart, too, right? Because I went to Walmart.
Walmart does not count.
We got pizza that one time. That was about 6 months ago, or maybe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did that, and then also we went to that steakhouse, and then S-Fan ordered a $250 steak on Twitch's dime.
Ooh.
Thanks, Twitch.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh look,
yeah.
Nora is in the background. Look.
Wait, who's that?
It's Nora.
Is that a dog? Wait, that's a dog?
My dog, Nora.
That's a real one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Asmon, that's the dog you called a cat when you were reacting to Zepla's videos.
That's a cat?
Yeah, that's my cat.
That's
Nora.
a big one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a Ukrainian cat.
Yeah, it's a Ukrainian cat. They're a little different.
Yeah, they make them differently over there. That's why it must be so fluffy, right? That must
she's
be
really fluffy. I'm allergic to this con.
Maybe one day I will leave the U.S. I've never actually really thought about it. Like, my expectation if I ever leave the U.S. is that, like, I've made so many bad comments about, like, just different things that I just find that, like, somebody somewhere that I'm going to be, like, you know, pulled aside by international police and put in, like, you know, the UN's Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, because of the bad things that you said on Twitch.
Oh, I mean,
is that right?
That's probably why Hassan shaved, you know?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna take you away because you said a bad thing on Twitch?
Yeah, and then they might not have internet there. That's the thing. Like, that's what I'm really worried about. Because, like my friend Cody was in jail, and he said they had internet, but they weren't supposed to use it. So it's like, I would be okay going to jail as long as I had internet. But apparently that's not the way it works. Yeah, it'll be fine.
Jail is basically just a hotel that you go to write a book, is kind of how I feel about it. Like, you go to jail, you finish your book, you work out, you meet some new friends, and then you leave. I think I actually got detained one time while I was traveling, and it was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I remember I was messaging Asmon during it. I was detained in Turkey for a little while.
Why were you detained?
The dumbest reason ever. My dog had bit my passport, and that spiraled into like full. I was actually on my way to Lviv. I was like on my way to Ukraine, and I got stuck in Turkey. I was in Turkey for 2 days. I got honestly, I learned things about airport security. I wish I didn't know. Like I learned a lot. And then by the end of it, they just put me in a hotel in the Turkish airport, and I just walked around and I just saw all of the people who had just gotten hair transplants. And I was like, is this like is the universe trying to tell me something? Should I stay here a little bit longer? It was a very weird experience.
Oh my god.
What?
And then after that, it was actually one of the craziest trips of my life. I went to Lviv, and it was the Dota minor it was the We Play minor, and it was like around Christmas. And then from there, I flew to Germany for the Dota major. Then I flew from there for Race to World First, did Race to World First, and then from there flew to, I think it was, where did I go? London for Call of Duty, and then COVID started.
So were you just flying from place to place, or did you get a chance to like stay in these spots for a little bit and check them out to see what they were like?
I would get a day or two, and I would go pretty hard to like actually try to get a feel for the country and the people in the country and all that. It was really fun traveling for a really long time, but I was excited to stop when I did stop, because like I wanted to get some. I like think Asmon can attest to it. I basically spent all of my time working for like 5 or 6 years and had no life at all. I think like most of my life was the people who I would see on the road or talking to Asmon, and then I was really excited to get back, and that's kind of why I started streaming. But then we started OTK. I was working even more, and it's been cool to try to be a little bit more of a person again. I've liked it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, traveling and working at that pace is just like, I don't think that you can keep doing that for so long. Like, you're going to burn your candle at both ends. You're just going to like,
there's a lot of hair.
Get exhausted.
That's what's happened to me before, is like I've had like during Classic WoW or something, I would stream like 12 or 15 hours a day or something like that.
Isn't that what you're doing right
every
now?
single
Like,
day.
aren't you doing Chocobo racing like 15 hours a day right now, though?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, but like,
This is why I said I was calling you for an interview. I was like, hey, dude, are you doing okay? Like, you're actually streaming like 3 times as much as anybody else.
You're streaming a lot. Yeah, you are streaming a lot. So, like, are you getting downtime to like just chill a little bit as well?
I'm chilling whenever I'm Chocobo racing. That is my version of chilling. I'm chilling because, like, all right, so you understand how it works, right? They've got like the 4-star ratings.
Of course.
And yeah, and I'm trying to get one with all 4 stars. And that's my goal. And 1 chromosome to rule them all. I want to get down to that. And if I get there, I will win. And everybody thinks that this is like this ridiculous, like dumb idea or whatever. But the way that I look at it is that I mathed it out logically. And I thought to myself, okay, Chocobo racing requires almost no planning, no preparation, like outside of actually getting the Chocobo ready. And then after I have that, it is one of the fastest ways outside of the gates and the fashion report and like the other like, one-time things that you can get MGP regularly. So if I get this Chocobo, I am effectively making a good boy point farmer. Like, he is going to be farming these tickets for me for the rest of time. And from then on, I will have this ready and I will never have to worry about it again. And I'm thinking like 2 years down the line, what if they add another cactus mount, but this cactus mount is red and it's 5 million? Well, guess what? I'll have that Chocobo and he'll have been winning races that whole time and I'll buy it on the first fucking day.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you like it, then I guess it's good.
It is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very good. I'm going to get my cactus mount in just a few days. So, yeah, I'm feeling like a real fucking winner. I'll say that for sure. I absolutely am. So I'm okay with that. And yeah, I'm investing. That's what it is. It is an investment of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all right then.
So you've now cleared an ultimate. Is that right?
Yeah.
You cleared the hardest one.
I did. I've cleared it twice now.
Oh, okay. All right. How long did it take?
About 70 hours, I would say.
Holy shit.
But I had 3 or 4 people in my group that had cleared before.
Okay. Okay, so they
But-
kind of knew what was going on.
There was 3 or 4 people that kind of knew what was going on. But still, even then, there's a whole lot of like adjusting to your particular group that needs to happen. It's not like there's going to be one strat for the whole fight that's going to work for every group. Like you have to adjust to your own people for what everybody can do.
Yeah, the healers have to adjust, right? Like that's like a big part of that fight.
Yes, the healers. That's the main. Yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta do what
It's
they
been
gotta do.
fun. It's very intense. I think that I think you'll do it someday. Yeah.
It's
Got 99 days left, apparently.
you know, the thing is with that I've really realized with a lot of the end game content in Final Fantasy is you have to be okay with the idea of going forward and back, and then forward and back, and then forward and back again. And sometimes you have to keep putting one foot forward. It is a really important thing.
Look, I'm gonna be able to complete it. It's not gonna be a big deal. Have you done the other ultimates though, Zepla?
Not yet. I want to try that after. Like basically, we want to re-clear T several times so that I can get all the weapons I want, and then we're gonna move on and do the others as well. So instead, I've been doing PvP. I started getting into that actually lately.
How long did it take you to kill it the second time? Like how much reprog time?
Oh, it was the second time happened like very soon after the first time. It wasn't bad at all. Like,
Okay.
it's not. You won't have to reprog.
What was the second weapon you got?
I didn't get this. I still have the totem that I can trade for any weapon. I haven't decided yet. I'm just gonna keep the totem for now.
You know, the books are also badass. Those books, all the books are badass. I also really like the astro thing.
Oh,
Bless
sorry.
you. Yeah, I'm getting really into astrology actually.
Oh God. Okay. So what about PvP, right? I've heard a lot about Final Fantasy's PvP. I've heard a lot of like negative things about it. Now that you've done PvP and you've been doing a lot of it, I saw your stream and you were just like, I've never seen it, I've never done it myself, but like I could very clearly tell that it was PvP. Like, how do you feel about it now that you've done it more?
It's definitely like it needs work. Okay, like it's not perfect. There are problems, but I've had a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to the next time that I can do it. I'm mostly doing the feast, and I'll probably make a video just talking about my thoughts on it really soon, so that I can just get it all out there. But I think that the reputation that it has, like I don't think it deserves all the negativity that it gets, because I've actually had a lot of fun doing it. That's not to say that there's not room for improvement. There is, but it's definitely worth trying. It's good. Like, it's very intense. I've been healing.
Get him out.
It's worth it. Yeah, if you get top 100, that's hard.
So
really
do you
hard.
think you'd be able to get top 100, or is that something you just have to be like super, super dedicated for?
I feel like I'd have to be super dedicated to it. I have no idea.
Okay.
Like, I have no idea how hard it would be for me to get that.
That's crazy. Like, yeah, I've thought about trying to get into the PvP. Like, for me, like, I'm very much a completionist. So whenever I see, like, some of the achievements in Final Fantasy, and it's like, do, like, 2,000 mentor roulettes, or do 200 duties, or 300 with the tank job, or something like that, that's a lot of fucking work. And I don't know
mentor
really what I
mount
wanna
right
focus
now.
on first.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
really?
getting my mentor mount. Yeah.
Chad already has all of theirs.
Yeah. It makes me jealous when I see their crowns. So yeah, I've been working on it. I'm going to be a really good mentor. Once I do, I can finally rejoice.
You can finally what?
Rejoice.
Oh.
Has there been like, all right, do you care about getting special mounts in the game, Zepla, or is that just like doesn't matter?
Well, of course. I mean, that's why right now the mount that I'm going for is the Delubrum Regine Savage mount, the 3-headed dog.
The Cerberus?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want that. So
go ahead.
well, I'm just gonna say that's what I'm gonna try to get. I'm trying to get the dog.
So whenever you kill the boss, can't you just master loot it to yourself?
No.
Why
No, because well, this is like a 48-person raid, and so like there's
Somebody's
no
gotta
way
have
that I'm
master
gonna
looted.
be in charge of this raid. First of all, I'm not gonna be the person leading that. I'm going to be joining it. And it's like, you would, even if someone were to do that, their reputation would be completely ruined.
Okay, but on a hypothetical world.
Wait a minute. I don't think you can do that. I don't know what I'm talking about.
It doesn't even feel
You
good.
can't. You like everyone gets the mount. Why am I saying this?
That's so boring. I thought I was.
Everyone gets it. Why did I say that?
Oh, what? Okay.
I forgot. It's
Honestly,
an achievement.
like,
Everyone gets it.
Taking gil and like taking like handouts and stuff like that, it just like it makes it not feel as good. And like I just don't think it's really hard for like a lot of the newer streamers coming to Final Fantasy to understand that. So if there are any like streamers or anything like that watching, don't ruin your experience and like spoil it by just taking handouts. You're really gonna.
Somebody gave me the 50 million gold mount,
and you took it.
I didn't know what it was, really. They were like, they're like, this mount, well, like the guy, so I'm like, how much gold is this worth? And people are like, it's 50 million. And I didn't really know how much this was. I was like, okay. And he's like, I have billions of gold because I'm a crafter. And I didn't feel as bad about it. And I just learned it. I'll be honest. I just learned that bitch. It's cool. It's like this little yellow thing. And there's like little guys that are carrying you around, etc.
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking that one because it's just for Gil. Like, who cares? It's not like it was like massive achievement that you worked towards or anything.
Not really. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how much of like gold farming and stuff like that really matters. But overall, I don't know. Like, I feel bad ninja looting mounts in this game because I know that people would work pretty hard for them. Whereas like in WoW, usually whenever you would ninja loot something, it's just because it was a rare drop. And I felt good about stealing rare drops versus stealing something that people actually had to work hard for. It's like a weird, it's like ninja looting ethical. It's like ninja looting ethics.
I don't think that there's a lot of ninja looting you can actually do in this game. Because most of the time, it's just like an achievement that everybody gets.
Oh.
Or something that's really rare that you will get from your achievement after you farmed for it, like the tiger or any of those other super rare mounts.
I heard about the tiger. That's the one for all the hunts, right?
Yeah.
That's the, do you have that one?
There's the Triceratops and there's the tiger. That's from doing the hunts. That's from doing the world bosses. Like,
I watched your video. Those look terrible to get.
Yeah. Like, you have to make hunts your end game for months to get those mounts. And like, that has to be all you do all day for a while. But I mean, they're awesome. I think the tiger's really cool. That's pretty sweet.
I've never seen somebody on the tiger. Like, I've seen a lot of people on the Cerberus mount, but I've never seen somebody on that fucking tiger. Wait.
I've seen one person, I'm pretty sure, on the tiger.
So actually, what's the mount that you've gotten so far that you like the most, that you're most proud of?
The mount that I'm the most proud of?
Yeah.
It's like, so basically, like, you know, the mount, it's like, so you get all the horses and then you put them together and it's the super horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one. Because like there was a whole cinematic and everything that played for you getting the mount.
Yeah.
That was so badass. Yeah, Kieran. Yeah, there you go. Kieran, that mount is so cool. That's probably what my favorite is.
I got the 50 million gil mount, and that I'm really proud of that one.
That must have taken you a while to get.
Yeah. I was surprised with how quickly I got it after I got my Chocobo. It was pretty quick, and I just focused on it. I played the content. Thanks, Gremlo, and yeah. Now we're here.
Well, it must have been quite a grind for you, yeah.
Number one FC on Mid Garsamar.
I mean, I hit level 60 today. I got my full Dark Knight armor. I'm feeling like a fucking winner. Okay, like I am actually. I've been enjoying the game a lot. I feel like the story has picked up a lot. And like at the in the middle of like A Realm Reborn, I was like, okay, when's this gonna happen? When's that gonna happen? But I remember going into it, and people were always very negative about the story in A Realm Reborn. I don't know why. I thought it was actually quite fine. I know that they cut out a lot of fat and unnecessary quests, but overall, I didn't mind the story in any real regard. It was fine with me.
I
What do you think,
hate
Rich?
Hoary Boulder so much, and that arc, the Hoary Boulder arc, that was the first time I was like, okay, I cannot wait for this part of the story to be over. Like that filler arc, like you meet Hoary Boulder and you're like, wow, I'm experiencing anime filler. Like he's the most D-list character ever. I didn't like that part, but then once I got back to CT, it started to get really good. I started to get like way more invested in the story, and obviously where Asmon's at now that was when I was like, oh my gosh, I was playing bad games before I played this game.
So are you super dedicated to Lalafell now? Like, are you on the Lalafell train? Like,
No, I'm just doing it because it was a sub goal. Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't
okay.
imagine having like your defining character traits as a human being be tied to something such a small detail in a
Like
virtual.
how tall you are.
Next question, Zepla.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you?
Well, do you think I'm
game?
short?
No, because I'm shorter than you.
I'll show you for reference. This is a PC. This is me next to a computer.
Okay, you have to understand though, Zepla, that's it's like a miniature PC.
This is a really big PC.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I need a banana. I don't understand the scale. I need a banana.
Do you have a banana, Rich?
Do you have a banana?
I don't think I have a banana.
Can you draw a picture of a banana?
We
have a graph. We have a graph here.
They cut off on purpose intentionally.
What's up with the clown shoes?
They cut off my feet to purposefully slander me on Reddit.
Why are you wearing clown shoes, Rich?
Because they make them taller. Yeah, and so I mean it's.
Did you cry in the story yet?
I've cried multiple times.
Yes.
No, I didn't cry. Like the worst thing. Go ahead.
Okay, it seemed to me like you wouldn't admit that if you did. But like, was there a moment where you were like starting to tear up, but you tried to play it off by being like,
the first time I cried, actually,
like that, like just touching.
The first time I cried was when Nanimo got on Rhubarb's arm, and it was just so fucking cute. It wasn't even bad. I actually cried because it was so fucking cute,
like a parrot.
I was like, and then she started talking, and I actually want to get. I'm gonna get a Final Fantasy tattoo soon. I'm not sure which one, but I was thinking about just getting Nanimo tattooed right here on my arm, so I could like.
That's really cute.
Oh my god! Like, I guess like for me, what was like one of the coolest moments? I don't even really know. Like, I feel like there were a lot of really good moments in the game. I don't know like if a moment would make me cry. Like, I've never really cried in a video game before over anything that ever happened in the story. But like whenever Raubon got fucked, like that like honestly, I was so mad that he just didn't go crazy and start killing everybody.
Yeah.
I was so upset about that. I was like, man, this guy is like a fucking battle-hardened warrior, and I fucking hate him, man. Makes me so mad.
Ilberd?
Yeah, Ilberd.
I can't tell you anything. I can't comment on this at all.
I will say, I think Estinian is my favorite character. This guy squares up with a dragon at any time.
I hated him at first.
At any time, he's ready to square up with a dragon.
I hated him at first,
100% my favorite.
So I don't. What's the last thing that happened to you, Asmon?
We're going to the Shauran to meet Yashlada's mentor. We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, good part. Yeah. So I can say this because I already felt this way at this point in the story. I actually did like a tier list the other day of like where I put all the characters just based off of ARR, and then and then I'm gonna do one for Heavensward eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Alfie was trash tier. Like, I hated that little trust fund baby piece of shit so much. Every time he talked, I was like, shut your stupid mouth. I don't care what your grandfather did. You're not interesting. And by the end, by the point Asmon's even in Heavensward, Alfie's like one of my favorite characters in the entire game. So that's one of the things that I've loved so much about the story. There were so many characters that I would have considered absolute trash tier at the beginning, but then, you know, flash forward, you're another expansion through and they're one of your favorite characters and you remember how shitty they were and how much they grew. It's just fantastic. I've really been loving the game.
Yeah,
Alphinaud's a bitch.
You still think he's a bitch?
He is. He's a bitch.
You just wait and see.
At the point where he's at. But, I mean, just gotta wait and see. That's one of the reasons we tell people not to buy the skip potion, because even if you jump straight into Shadowbringers, you won't have all of that backstory to let you know how these characters have grown. Like, you're gonna miss out on all of that, and so you just lose all that context. It's really important. Like, Shadowbringers, I think, does stand on its own as a pretty good story, but it's nowhere near as good as it would be if you could just do the whole thing normally.
Yeah, I think like a lot of the people too who like they just don't know, like if they skip, they don't know where to look for certain things. You know, you don't know where the eels are because you haven't played through that narrative portion of the story. And I totally understand though why somebody coming from World of Warcraft would skip, because I would have skipped if I played Final Fantasy and was not streaming. And I keep trying to tell people that because it's so easy to meme and say that people are like stupid for doing it and all of these things. But if I had considered playing Final Fantasy, I actually told Asmon, I had considered playing Final Fantasy even before. Look, I meme about Quinn all the time, but I actually will say, I think Quinn had to deal with way too much shit with everything that happened. I think that Quinn definitely didn't do himself any favors, but I understand how he got in the situation like that. Like, dude, I have memed about that Quinn situation more than probably any other human being has, but I understand why he skipped. And if I didn't think it would be a toxic episode of Allcraft, I would have loved to have him on Allcraft and talk about why he skipped, why his experience was worse because of it, to almost be a warning to people to not skip who are coming from WoW. But I told Asmon this. I was planning on skipping because in WoW, all of the content is so fucking bad. The storytelling is terrible. There are some good stories and there is some good lore, but you know where I learned them? In novel videos, not in the game, because the storytelling in the game's not that good. The things that I enjoyed in WoW were the end game systems that eventually become outdated, so then you don't want to do the old ones. And Final Fantasy just isn't that game.
I knew that if I skipped, everybody would say anything negative that I said about the game was because I skipped. And that's why I didn't do it. Because I was like, if I do this, nobody's going to take it seriously, and you have to play it the right way. And that's why I went and I did it the way that I did it too. But like now that there's been so many people, right? You have like world first raiders like trying to like go over to Final Fantasy and try that out, etc. Do you feel like, Zepla, the community has changed in the past like couple of months, that there's been so many people coming over to Final Fantasy?
Well, I mean, it's definitely gotten a lot bigger, and I think it has changed for the better. I really do. Because before, and I've said this a lot, I do feel like the community was really a bit of an echo chamber before, and really, really insulated and a bubble. And I think that having all these fresh voices come in, and just so many people that like a diversity of opinions can no longer be ignored, I think that's really healthy for the game. And I think that hopefully it will inspire people to be more tolerant with others. Like on the whole boosting situation, like I get that there's some people that just do not care about story at all. And so those people exist. And if those people just want to raid and they don't care about story at all, I mean, who am I to tell them to do content that they don't want to do, right? But at the same time, I don't know if they could, make sweeping statements about the entirety of the game and parts of it that they haven't gone through. But to me, it's kind of like if you go to Taco Bell and you just grab a hot sauce and you suck on that, do you then have a right to an opinion about all the food at Taco Bell? If you just had a hot sauce, you just suck down one hot sauce,
I feel
When
like
you talk about-
if you have that experience, something so terrible happened to you that your opinion really does matter. I'm trying to imagine that scenario that you go in and you suck down just the hot sauce. But I agree with you. I do not want to hear that person's Yelp
Well,
review
maybe you
on
have
the
an
podcast.
opinion about the hot sauce.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
a bad
okay.
night.
You could tell me if the hot sauce was good or bad. I'll take it.
I think that's the way I look at it, right? Is like, if you're gonna skip the story, don't go and say the story sucks.
Right.
I don't know. I think that makes a lot of sense overall.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. Like, I have no problem. Like, as I said, like I have read a lot of the Silmarillion, so I have such a high tolerance for boring content that I don't even know whenever I'm being bored by boring content. It's just unknown to me.
Are you making the content more fun for yourself, and so that's why you don't notice? You're just entertaining yourself as you're going through it. So
I actually think that I enjoy the game more because I'm streaming it. I actually do believe that. Because I'm streaming it, what I'm able to do is I can actually enjoy just going through the story, and I'm talking and I'm reading all of the characters. Because the truth is that if I wasn't doing that, if I was just playing it off stream, what would I be doing? I would be skipping through every single dialogue, maybe watching some of the cutscenes with the sound off, and that was about it. Like, I don't think I would be doing a whole lot besides that. But what? Did I miss something? Oh my god.
Becky's on fire today, man. Becky's on absolute fire. Yeah. I agree. I feel like Final Fantasy is like one of the rare games where you really, really get to have an enhanced experience by streaming. Usually I think streaming, you have to make a lot of decisions where you're like, okay, how do I make sure that I'm doing the most entertaining thing, not necessarily playing the game the most fun way. Yeah. But with Final Fantasy, there are so many tools for the community to actually interact with each other. And that's why I think it's a better MMO than I know there was like a lot of talk of it's like RPG first MMO. And that's one of the biggest factors of why Final Fantasy is so good. I actually think it's just straight up a better MMO than World of Warcraft. The world gives you way more tools to interact with people when it comes to, I think World of Warcraft has a lot of store mounts. The only game that I've seen that can pump out a higher number than the store mounts in World of Warcraft is the amount of emotes that you have in Final Fantasy, right? It's absolutely mind-blowing, the amount of emotes that you have just to deal with. The fact that there's shared space in player housing is and bards and all of these other things. I feel like I really can interact with people. So that's fun on stream because there are more people to interact with. The world has these different things like jump puzzles and things like that. And to have the people around you and get to share those experiences is really good. And also the community is just like so good about not spoiling shit. You know, a lot of people who watched Asmon stream had already watched multiple times some of the stuff that he's going through. And they're genuinely like there just trying to make sure that somebody has the best experience because they know that that's the best part of the game. I don't know. It's just, it feels so much better than WoW does when you're thinking about how you want to stream the game.
Well, I've had some like internal debates about that a lot, as I have been, like, I guess growing as a streamer and stuff over the past couple of years. Because when Shadowbringers came out, I streamed a lot of the main story quests, and I wasn't sure if I should stream the main story quest or not because I was still just kind of figuring everything out. And I remember I did not stream the last part of the Shadowbringers main story quest. And the reason for that was because for me, it was becoming really emotional. And I felt like at the time, like now I'm fine with it, but at the time I felt a little uncomfortable with like feeling as emotional as I did on the stream and like feeling like I was going to cry and feeling like everybody was going to watch me like have this like tears in my eyes and like I was like, can I really like experience this while everybody's watching me cry? Like it for me at the end of the Shadowbringer story, it had just started to feel like very intimate for some reason. And at the time, I guess I wasn't ready for that yet. So then later on in future patches of Shadowbringers, I started to record myself doing the main story quests off stream. And then I would just clip all the, notable parts, including parts where I did cry. And then I put that all on YouTube because I guess I felt more at the time. I guess I needed to work myself up to a point where I felt like I could be that emotionally raw on camera. So I started doing that off stream, just recording it. And now I think looking forward to Endwalker, I will be streaming all the main story quests this time. Like, I feel like I've reached a point where I'm like, I'm good. I'm comfortable enough, but it took a while. For me, I guess that just shows how emotional the story has been. But Shadowbringers, like, the experience that I've had in Shadowbringers with that has been nothing like the other expansions. Like, yeah, there were some moments in Stormblood and Heavensward, but nothing like in Shadowbringers. Like, Shadowbringers had just patch after patch of, like, super hard-hitting story that just wrecked me, man.
As long as they don't kill Yashlada, I'll be okay.
I've cried 3 times a day.
Only thing I'm worried about. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm concerned about, and everything else is gonna be okay. So I'm all right with it.
I've cried, I think, past month, probably 3 times a day, on or off stream. I don't give a fuck. I just do it all the time, which makes it like a lot easier on stream to do it. I actually cried while watching Asmon stream the other day. Because he was streaming way too long. No, just kidding. No, wait. When he got to the end of the vault, I actually was like, I was crying. The second time watching Asmon do it was even more emotional because I was paying attention to way more details because I knew it was about to happen. So I'm listening to like the last words he's saying to his father. You notice that his father says his last words again. I was breaking down, and the whole time Asmon had no idea it was coming. He was just talking to Cody.
I fucking carried him, dude. He was a little bit too energetic. He was a little bit too energetic at the very end. He's like, oh, well, this is all that a knight needs to do, and everything like that. I was like, man, anytime that something like that happens in a story, this dude is probably toast. And like, that's exactly what happened. Now, I didn't know it was gonna happen, right? I wasn't sure. But it's not that big of a surprise.
They hit you with moments in the game too, where you do know, you really know something's like bad's about to happen. They're like, say goodbye to your loved ones, and you're like, why is this a quest right now? Why the fuck is it happening? It's like go around and tell everybody your mission in life. It's like, oh god, something bad's about to happen. But yeah, that one hit me really hard. I don't know if you saw, Twitch, they deleted it so fast, but they tweeted. I think it was me, Zepla. I think there was a clip of you, there was a clip of me, and there was a clip of somebody else. And the clip of me is literally me reacting to that end of the vault. And the caption was, I think it was like, metal or flashlight, who you got, or something like that. And they just instantly just got like, spoilers delete, spoilers delete, spoilers delete. And they deleted it. They deleted it. Metal versus flashlight. Who do you got?
I don't think I've seen that.
No, Twitch tweeted it and then they instantly deleted it because they realized that.
I get it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It took a second for me to pause. Yeah, I see.
Versus flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah,
very clever.
Ouch.
No. I think I said it too. That was the worst part. I think that I said something like that. Right when it hit, I was like, "Oh, it's metal versus flashlight. He's fine." And then it was just being like an idiot.
Yeah. Not fine.
But yeah, I think that that's one of the things that's so unique about the game, though, is you actually do have to worry about spoilers. With most MMORPGs, you like really don't need to.
Well, yeah, because they get spoiled because they're data mined.
Yeah, really. Everyone knows. Like, you'll find out from the YouTube thumbnail as soon as the public test realm is out.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I like how everything is a secret, right? Because then that way everybody gets to experience it at the same time. I think that's one of the coolest things. And it's like whenever they've had, like WoW has had this before, where there have been moments where like everybody sees it for the first time. Like they had like that Sarfang cinematic where he fights Sylvanas. Like nobody really expected that to happen. That was so cool. And I would like to see more games take that approach, where you don't know what's going to happen and everybody just plays through it and has that experience all at the same time. I love that. I think it's so cool.
I'm really curious how it's... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I'm really curious to see how it goes when the new expansion comes out, based off of how much everybody's going to be playing and things like that. Like what it's going to be like to stream main story quest early?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess people just need to look away. Like, don't watch a stream on early access if you don't want to get spoiled. Like, that just seems like common sense to me.
Yeah, so people will get mad about it constantly.
I mean,
Yeah,
there are going to be people that find a reason to get mad about it. But, I mean, why are you on Twitch if you don't want to be spoiled?
I mean, that's the way I look at it too. Like, I'm excited to see what it's going to be like, because that's going to be the point where, like, there's no way for me to get, like, any sort of implication or anything, right? Like, you go into the game and you're experiencing the entire thing for the first time, and everybody is. So there's no way someone can spoil it. There's no way anybody can mess it up or anything like that. I think that's why I'm so excited for it, because that'll give me the opportunity to, like, really have that new player experience, rather than like having a new player experience that everybody else has already had.
Yeah, Rich was talking about how he's worried when he reaches the end of the story, how he's going to feel, like, empty. And it's like, well, join the club. Yeah. Everybody feels like that. We're just waiting for the slow drip of content. It's like just a little bit. Just give me a little more. It's like, I actually saw a Bellular posted a video today where he said that there was some kind of article saying that gaming is like taking drugs. It's like having an addiction. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen it.
And I mean, I kind of feel like that with the story patches. It does feel like I just get like I'm waiting for my next fix of it. And so that's how you're going to be one day. Well,
I hope so.
But you'll get Endwalker soon after, so you won't have to go without for too long.
I do feel like video games are kind of like a little bit like drugs, but they're like not bad drugs.
They can be. They definitely can be. That's the best part, is whenever they're like drugs. That way you can just, like, there's something really special about playing a game all day and all night and ignoring every single real life responsibility and human being that exists, and then being completely and absolutely fulfilled and happy about doing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's like reaching maximum enlightenment.
Yeah, and then right after you beat it all and you achieve every goal, all of your problems hit you again, and you have to deal with all of that crippling anxiety and depression at once. That's the worst content patch.
So
you just keep setting new goals for yourself.
It's a new game.
Like, I agree. Like, there's something really special about whenever you are super, super into something in a game and you want to wake up like at the butt crack of dawn, so you can just get up and start playing that game because it's all you want to do. Like, that's really awesome. Like, it feels amazing to do that.
Oh, I love it. Like, that's what it's all about, is like waking up in the morning. Like, I go to bed late. I remember I stayed up for like 30 hours playing Valheim once. That was the best 30 hours ever, because it wasn't like it's like I finally transcended the mortal coil, and I just but because that was some bullshit. Like, that was some bullshit. Like, I had, like, honestly, these races are rigged, man. Like, I will, like, there will be, like, one guy that uses an item, and the NPC will steal the item from me before I even get it. It'll be, like, a queued action inside of the server log, and I'll lose all my stuff. And I'll lose, and then my chat, the worst thing about it is my chat watches me lose, and then they think that I'm losing because I'm a loser. That's the worst part about it.
That's terrible. Why would they think that with you losing over and over again?
I don't know. I think that they're probably just misunderstanding it, because it's certainly not the truth. Like, whenever I'm telling you guys,
teach while you're entertaining, you know, like, you're entertaining them. You can't also teach them to understand. You know,
it's hard to play. It's hard to do chocobo races sometimes. You know, like, there's a lot of strategy to it, and planning and organization, and you know, like, in-fight tactics, and, you know, decision making that you have to make. It's a whole lot.
So why are you zigzagging so much back and forth? What's the reason for that?
I don't remember.
You have so much lateral movement. Like, he has so much lateral movement. It's like what Ninja was searching for on New Year's Eve in New York City. But he's got it here in this Chocobo race
too, unfortunately.
I think if you run into another Chocobo, it slows you down. So maybe he's trying to avoid the other Chocobo asses.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely slows you down. It ruins it. Like, it's absolutely awful if you do that.
Seems like he's avoiding them a lot here in the back.
Well, the thing is, though, is like I'm avoiding them, but like I will.
Yeah, in the back. You don't have to worry about
But
it.
like, look at me catch up though. So like, that's the thing. Is like at the beginning, yeah, I'm not winning, but like then I come up and I actually win in the end. So it's like, do I really lose? No, I don't, because I'll probably win this race at the end of it. And maybe if I don't win, it's probably because I just got unlucky and it was rigged or something, right? Because like if yeah, I probably get like 4th place in this one. Okay. Or 5th place.
Have you won? Oh wait, off stream, right? That's right. Off stream, you're winning.
I got 5th. I mean, I got 5th place. I mean, that means I beat 3 other people though, and like those other people that were probably that were losing, those are probably normal players, and they tried to stream snipe me and I lost. And it didn't matter. Like, yeah, it's okay. Like,
Yeah, you're beating the odds here. Is
that YouTube video actually titled "They're all stream snipers!" exclamation.
Yeah, it does. It does say that.
Yeah, Asmongold rages in Final Fantasy XIV. Parentheses Chocobo racing. Yeah, episode 1 of 10. It's a 1-hour video, I'm sure. Yeah, listen, like I'm telling you guys, the Chocobo is an investment. He is an investment, an MGP farmer for the rest of the time that I ever play this game. And once I reach Ultima Bold, that's going to be it. There's not going to be any stopping me. And I will, whenever I get to that point, I will challenge anybody in the whole world to a Chocobo race, and I bet I'll win.
As long as it's off stream, though.
Dude, you know what, Zepla? He hasn't played any triple triad.
I don't really do triple triad either, honestly.
I'm playing that card game bullshit.
Yeah, me neither.
It's not something I really do. So,
Yeah, it's just a distraction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he should do triple triad.
Why would I do that? What, isn't that just a card game?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just something you could do, you know, instead of ultimate.
Well, the thing, no, because like the thing is, like, I'll do ultimate at the same time. Like I'll do ultimate and then I'll go back and do more Chocobo racing. Like, cause like, wouldn't it be a flex if I had an ultimate weapon and I was riding on the Chocobo, winning on the Chocobo? You see what I'm saying?
Wait, is this?
Yeah.
Is this...
And so we know somebody who has one of these, and it's leveling up, and soon it will get this big. And I really, really want to ride it, but I know she won't let me. I know she won't let me ride it. But like, I bet it's
got a lot of levels to go. Wasn't it eating quarters or something the other day? Like that thing,
yeah,
it's got a lot of levels left.
Yeah, but it's got a while. But like, at a certain point, I'll be able to ride a real Chocobo. I think that it will happen. Like, because they just need to get the technology there enough to just change an ostrich a little bit, and then it will become a Chocobo. Like, it wouldn't even be that hard.
It's a horrible idea. These things are dinosaurs. They're super evil.
Dinosaurs are good. There's probably some good dinosaurs. Yeah. Dinosaurs turned into birds. Birds are nice.
Ostriches are not nice, man.
Wait, real? Well, I mean, didn't they win a war against like all of New Zealand?
That's emus, and it was against Australia.
Oh, I mean, that would be proof that they're pretty mean. They're super mean.
I'm not worried about it at all, okay? Like, if I could ride on a real Chocobo, I would do it. Like, I would. No joke, nothing. Like, I would absolutely ride a real Chocobo.
What if you had to?
If I can get us ostriches, if I could actually get us ostriches to ride, would you want to do it? Yeah, that thing needs more levels. That thing needs some XP.
It's gonna get there. All right, it's gonna get there. And by the time that I got it, so Chompy, that's like the ostrich there, Zepla. The first thing that it did whenever it saw me is it stole my drink. It literally tried to. It took the little straw out of my drink and it threw it on the ground and it tried to get into my drink.
Yeah, it's asserting dominance.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's my Chocobo. Like, this Chocobo was basically born wanting Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it's great. Okay, see how much bigger it's getting? That looks a lot like a Chocobo right there.
That's Stompy?
Yeah, it got bigger. That's what they do.
We got to feed him berries to change his color.
You got to get him rank 3 food.
You would have to leave your house if you were going to do that, though.
Yeah, I know, but like, it would be cool to have one of these.
Wait, are you
Think
suggesting bringing it to your house? Or just
Well,
having
maybe,
it?
yeah. I mean, you could have like one of them in the backyard, ride it down to the store. I think that'd be really nice.
You're gonna drive it through the Wendy's drive-through?
Yeah, just let them know what's up.
You remember when we were kids, the like remote control robotic dinosaur that came out that everybody wanted? Do you guys remember that? It was like a white dinosaur.
Kinda. Yeah.
Why does that bird move like that Roboraptor?
Because it used to be a raptor.
It's insane. It actually looks. It moves like it is a Roboraptor that has a remote control with dying batteries.
My mom recently got me a Triceratops, like little Triceratops thing like that. So yeah, I still have one actually.
Can we see it?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Nice.
I don't know if I can find it 100%, but I think it's over here.
Oh my god, that's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, look at this thing. It moves the same way as the. Oh my god, this thing was awesome. I had one. I had one.
Is this No Man's Sky?
I still have not played that game, but I've heard it's so good now.
I've heard it's better.
I
he
could be
bites!
getting, like, lied to. Yeah, he does bite. He's got like 4 mouth sensors. The thing can practically taste. Yeah, no, I've been meaning to play No Man's Sky eventually because I've heard it's so I've heard it's genuinely good now.
Yeah, but it still doesn't have the big old dinosaurs in it.
Wait, it doesn't have dinosaurs?
Well, I mean, it has them, but it doesn't have the giant ones like it was advertised.
Here it is. It's not very. It doesn't have the little remote control with them. Oh wait, here it is. There we go. Look at him. See, he does the same noise over and over again.
Oh,
wait, can y'all hear that?
No.
Wait, y'all actually can't hear that?
It sounds like.
No, there's no way. That's crazy. It roars. Okay, that's what it is.
He's hecking. He's not roaring.
Yeah, he certainly is. My mom got that for me as a present, so I've kept it over there the whole time.
It's a cool dinosaur.
Really
yeah, it certainly is. I do want to say, so obviously, we've got other games like a New World and like Lost Ark. These other games. Zepla, are you gonna play any of these other games?
No.
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 Really? Why not?
I don't care about New World because it's just humans in it, so I don't care.
No bunny.
There's no bunny girls?
There's no bunny girls in it. Yeah.
It's hard to go back after you've seen a cat girl, isn't it?
Well, I mean, for me, it's the bunny girls.
What makes the bunny girls better?
Well, they are.
Yeah.
They're more dominant.
Okay.
They're stronger. They're more aggressive. So
they're more dominant and more aggressive, and that's what makes them better?
Yeah.
I mean, to quote the devs, the famous quote in a dev interview, "Step on me, please."
Did they say that?
No, they did
say it
not.
about the Viera.
It wasn't about the Viera, but we can't say what we can't say what it's about.
Can't say what it was about.
We can't say what it's about.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're just better. I mean, they're like they're the ones that are in charge over there in the forest. They've kicked the men out. The men have to go struggle to survive in the wilderness. They're out there camping and can barely find them while they maintain the whole town, all the villages and all the government. It's all run by Viera.
Oh my god, that's so unreal. Yeah, right.
It's true.
Are you kidding me?
It's completely true. Yeah,
Oh
basically, the lore is that the Viera child is born without a gender, and then it grows up, and then one day you find out if it's gonna be a boy or a girl, and the boys have to go. They're exiled basically. They have to go out into the forest. And then the women get to stay in town. That's the actual.
This is bullshit. That's such bullshit.
Paradise.
Are you kidding me?
The males are also shorter.
Oh my god. This is just wow.
So,
This is so like yeah, it's all correct. It's like yeah, right.
It's true.
Oh my god. I didn't even know any of that about it at all. Like I just found out Yashlada had a sister today. And that like completely blew my fucking mind. I didn't even know that. And like now it's like, and there's actually a whole like a bunny girl supremacy thing.
Yeah.
Female supremacy for bunny girls.
Yeah, they're the ones that rule in the forests out there.
Oh my god.
Like if you've seen the male Viera artwork, you'll notice that they are camping. They are not in town. They're on a mountain camping.
They're literally they're like it's just the boys being boys on the top of a mountain wearing midriff like halter tops or whatever. It doesn't seem like that bad of in existence. I'm not gonna lie, but if the guys are out there doing their thing, you know, just being boys, and the girls are doing their thing in town, how did the genderless little Viera get born?
Oh, well, they can come into town to do that and then go.
Actually, you know what? Being a male Viera sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good.
They just show up and then the females are like, okay, get out.
Hop in, hop out.
That is fucking awesome. Wow. That's crazy. And so, yeah, I was wondering because whenever I saw the male Viera, the reveal trailer, I actually thought it was a girl. Until they showed the face. I genuinely thought it was just like another girl, like it's just some other girl race, but it turned out to be a dude.
It's crazy how different people react to the different Final Fantasy content in such varying ways because I didn't care regardless. That was my reaction. I didn't even think.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that at all. That's crazy. Like I was just like so I don't even know what to think about it. Yeah, and then there's the guy. Oh my god.
Looking good.
Oh
Looking awesome.
Oh my god.
Marching off to go to, like, who knows what? Who cares?
It's just like, what are they going to go to war or something like that? I have no idea even know what to think about it. Yeah.
Well, he's like, I don't know, doing.
So are they warriors? Are the boys warriors or not?
Yeah, they're defending the forest. They're like scouts. Okay. So they're out there in the field doing the field work.
Scouts? Much. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to have to yeah, that's so oh my god. All right. Look, I'm glad that I'm playing my character. There's no way I'm changing over to that. That's
I'm first global gonna make one of them my retainer, you know.
Jesus Christ.
Take off a little bit of that weight, you know.
Yeah, of course.
You know, retainers help you carry your load. I'm very much looking forward to getting an additional retainer. I already have I have 4 retainer slots waiting.
Is that right?
Yeah, I have 7.
I actually don't know how retainers work. I have a full inventory at all time with about 2 spaces open, and that's about
really
it.
Sad.
Yeah, that's what I do. And the thing is, like, if I got a retainer, I hope everybody knows, like, if I got a retainer, we would reach the exact same point that we're at in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you just
like,
keep buying more.
Yeah, I just keep getting more stuff, and like that's it. So it doesn't matter if I get a retainer or not. It makes no difference whatsoever.
Well, you can keep getting more retainers. Yeah. I so every time my inventory's full, I add another retainer. Mm-hmm. I think it's like $3 a month or something. So I just add another retainer, and then I just put all of my inventory in there. I don't even look at what it is. And then I go back, I start playing, I let my inventory fill up, I get another one, another 3. It's actually paid. That's the only pay to win functionality. You just get more and more retainers.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, maybe I can figure that out. Like, I don't know, like, do you feel like this is a question I have about like endwalkers? Like, obviously at like level 80, you have like a lot of abilities. Do you think Final Fantasy is gonna run into the same problem that WoW had with like just having too many abilities and like too many keybinds?
No, I don't think so, because they have to make sure that the game is playable and comfortable on console too. So I feel like that's something that might discourage them from putting way too many buttons on your job. But also, usually jobs, like, if a job starts to feel like it's getting too many buttons, they will just remove some. Like, they're pretty good at making sure that the jobs change as they need to as expansions come. Like, we already know that there's going to be big changes coming to several different jobs in Endwalker, but they haven't announced which ones yet. So for now, we can only speculate. But I don't think any job is even in danger of that right now. At least
Really? Okay. So, like, it's something that they've done before, though. It's not like it's out of the question.
Yeah, they did reduce the number of actions before. Like, they've already had to do that before. They took away stuff that they felt was unnecessary to like, not have bloat. So I don't think that's something that we have to worry about.
That's very interesting, because, yeah, like, WoW just had more and more and more, and then they just got rid of them all in, like, one big fell swoop. So I wasn't sure if that was really ever going to happen. What about, like, the numbers? Like, so, like, obviously the numbers are getting, like, a lot bigger in this game. And do you think that, like, Endwalker will have, like, the same issues, or, like, expansion, like, after Endwalker?
Well, they confirmed that there is going to be the stat squish in Endwalker. Like, that's coming.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually going to come. And actually, you should know that they did say that this might affect unsynced content. So there's a chance that it could make the unsynced content harder, they told us. But they also said that they might they will probably have to add a buff to you in the unsynced content, so that way, yeah, it won't be as bad. But we don't know right now, how much will that buff compensate? Like, how much harder will it be to do the unsynced content later compared to now? Like, we don't know that right now. And so that's kind of a big question mark. I don't know if I should be concerned about that, but like, if you're looking at doing a lot of unsynced mount farms, like for the birds and stuff, I mean, might be something to consider.
Well, aren't those birds like 1 in 20? Or sorry, not 1 in 20, like 20%?
I'm not sure. I did the birds in Heaven's Word, so I don't know how it's different now.
I'm getting Rathalos soon. That's like one of the next mounts that I'm going to be grinding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. But yeah,
it's not too bad to get. It's not too bad to get.
People say 5%. That's nothing.
Well, Rathalos, you can get it after you get 50 totems. So, like, if you kill him on extreme 50 times, you got it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not going to be too bad.
Yeah, that one's like a definitive grind. I'm not worried about it, but yeah, I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to hit 70 tonight, actually, Zepla. So I get Bahamut today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
I've
been like looking for a while.
Oh, you probably still have a good bit of story left.
Yeah, I'm at. I told you where I was at.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil Asmon, but I saved all of my job quests to do them all at once. So I'm going to go through every single job quest from Stormblood tonight and unlock Bahamut. I'm like
crazy.
Yeah, I'm like really looking forward to it. I'm not going to stall or anything tonight. Like, tonight's the night that I'm going to do the work.
That is crazy. That is even more crazy.
Wait, is tomorrow Friday?
Tomorrow is Friday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
There's no way that I don't get it by tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll get it for sure. Like, the thing is, like, I want to do all the Heavensward raids. I think that, like, the Heavensward raids are going to be, like, a lot harder than the Realm Reborn ones. Is that right? I'm kind of assuming that.
Yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck.
like.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like
it really depends on the raid, though.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like a lot of there are some things in ARR raids that it's a little bit janky, and by the time that you get to Heavensward, everything feels super clean and super polished. Like the one where you have to, I forget what it's called, but you basically, the petrify goes out and you're trying to petrify the big like giant guy in Quills. You're trying to petrify him and then you have to hide behind him. Yeah, with Medusa. That fight, it's so good mechanically. Like, I love everything about the fight, but it still felt a little bit janky. By the time you get to Heavensward, all of the telegraphs feel like they make so much sense. Like, they do such a good job at really telling you what's happening without you even having watched a guide.
I mean, like, I feel like a lot of the fights were, there were those kind of unknown mechanics that, like, you just kind of have to know what's happening. And, like, I kind of like how it's like, this is one thing that I think WoW does kind of well, is it kind of shows you what you're supposed to do. And maybe it's just because I played the game for a long time, And you can play through the fight and kind of just expect, okay, you know, if it's this type of a mechanic or this type of a circle, you probably have to do X. Or if it's this type of a circle, you probably have to do Y or whatever. So I'm hoping that, like, you know, the Heavensward raids, like Onward, will have more things like that are a little bit more uniform, and it'll be easier to pick up on things.
Well, whenever you get through further expansions, you're going to have more abilities on your bar. So obviously it's going to feel better to just like have more buttons to press during the content. Like it will start to feel better and better as your job starts to feel more and more like it should.
All he's doing is pressing fell cleave, let's be honest.
Yeah, really.
I'm playing Dark Knight now. So I basically, I don't really pay attention to what I'm pressing. I just make sure that I'm pressing.
Did you get the nightmare mount?
Yes.
You did?
Yep.
Wow.
If you have to understand, like, I farmed Odin for 6 hours straight.
Oh my God.
And then 3 hours the night before in order to get his helmet. I have the full set.
Oh, the full set.
I'm not using it. I'm not using it. I'm just saying, like, if there was a situation that would, if I wanted to use it, I could. I'm not doing it. Of course not. I'd never do that.
What are you wearing right now?
I'll show you. Let me see. Let me see if I pull it up.
I'm just curious.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Did I just mess something up?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I think I just messed up my camera.
Yeah, you just broke the whole stream.
I didn't break the whole stream. I just broke one part of it, okay? Give me 1 second. Now I've got to restart it because I'm such a fucking idiot. See, this is what happens. This is totally not my fault, guys, okay? This is not my fault at all. Let me go ahead and make sure that I can open this up again.
Why is it synced? Why does it look like it's synced? It actually looks...
Wait, what? What do you mean? No, I've got it. I'm going to be able to fix it. It'll be okay. Look, let me show you guys, all right? Actually, you know what? Why don't I just do this? All right, so this is my character right here. This is what I've got going on. I look good. Yo, I look real good. That's crazy, right? Man, y'all not even looking at me. I look so good. Look at that, dude. I've got like the armor on, everything like that. It's amazing. You see that, Rich?
Yeah, I see it, man. I see it, man.
It's so good.
I mean, yeah, it looks really good.
Thank you. Yes, I know that.
Set.
It's an amazing set. It looks just so great, and it's so well designed and everything. And I put it together. Well, basically, I had to. I would not really say. It's hard to say whether it's really a full set because I have like different rings and stuff. But other than that, it's and the weapon is not really the same because like you could get the weapon could be something else too.
Right. Uh-huh.
I think it looks great. And I have a raccoon, and the raccoon's not part of the set either. So it's not really a full set.
It's a full set.
I'll go crazy.
Now.
I honestly like, oh my God.
It's only for now. For now it is.
Okay.
That's it.
Stop the clip, please. Please, I can't handle this. I actually cannot handle it.
What?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man.
I wasn't looking. I was trying to fix my computer.
I'm pretty sure life is a simulation at this point. Oh my God.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. Of course, Rich.
People making fun of my title, fashion leader. Yeah, you're right, guys. I got first place in the fashion contest before. I found out that apparently, like, this cactus mount that I've been farming for like a month now isn't even that rare. Zepla, do you have the cactus mount?
No, just because I don't want it.
Okay, all right. There's at least one person that doesn't have it.
I mean, I could get it, but I chose not to.
Why not?
Because I just don't like it.
The cactus, the
Yeah, it's really stupid.
It's 2 million MGP?
2 million. Yep, 2 million.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot to spend, and it just, like, I don't know. I think it's kind of dinky.
I think I'm going to buy the triple triad cards first. They're expensive. Isn't there like a 4 million MGP triple triad card?
I have no idea. I don't know about triple triad. I don't want to do that. I don't care about that.
It's just 1 million. Cloud is 1 million.
That's
I
not a
remember
big deal, dude.
I remembered it being something like absolutely ridiculous. How long do you think it'll take me to get 1 mil?
That'll take you 2 weeks. 2
really,
weeks to get
just
1
doing
mil.
the fashion report is a very efficient way to get PvP. It's not hard.
I haven't tried, like, I really actually haven't stalled that much in Gold Saucer.
See, for me, on the other hand, I've actually spent a lot of time in Gold Saucer, and that's pretty much all I do. Like, anytime that I'm not streaming, that's all I do. Until, like, I get to the, I'm going to farm out a bunch of gear today and, like, make sure I have all of that. And then afterwards, I'm going right back to Gold Saucer, and I'm just going to be farming out those tickets all day long and doing more Chocobo races.
You know what I've been doing, actually, off stream is Palace of the Dead. Like, watch a movie and do Palace of the Dead and try to, like, level all jobs.
Zepla, have you gotten the Necromancer title from that?
No, of course not.
Well, why not?
I haven't gone for it. It's just like, it's something that would consume all my time for a while. And there's other goals that I have right now. Like, I want to get my ultimate re-clears. I want to do the other ultimates, and I want to do Delubrum Regine Savage for the Cerberus mount.
Yeah.
So, like, I just don't have time for that right now. Like, it's very, very, very soul crushing as well.
Is it like, how long does it take to do an attempt for it?
It might take days. Might take a couple of days, a few days to get through. Depends.
So you can, like, pause it and go back?
Yeah. Well, like, you do 10 sets, 10 floors at a time. So, like, every 10 floors you can leave, assuming you survived those 10 floors.
Okay.
But if you die, then you go all the way, like, it's over. Like, you have to start all the way back.
Save your progress.
From floor 1.
Oh
So
my God.
It's really brutal.
If you, is it like you die once and it's over?
Yeah. Well, there is an item that you have that can re-raise you. Like, if you die, but it's a rare item to get. In general, yeah. If you die, that's it. You're screwed.
I'm gonna do it.
Are you really?
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the Necromancer title.
It's probably,
Pretty
I think
close
it might be
already.
the rarest title in the game.
It's probably, like, I probably can get it because, like, I don't have a job. So
But-
it'd be easy.
I'm
What
gonna
about-
get it first.
No, you won't.
I'm gonna get it before him.
So it levels you up to 60, right? Because, like, I just wanted to make sure that I had all my skills and everything ready. Like, can
Yeah.
I do it as a tank? Like, is it, like, gonna be too hard as a tank or something like that?
I think there's some jobs that it'll be easier on than others. Like, I understand Red Mage is okay. I think Gunbreaker might be all right.
If you do it on Red Mage, do you just res yourself?
No. Because actually, Red Mage doesn't even have a res at that level. But you wouldn't be able to res yourself regardless.
I thought that was the only button that they had. I thought that they were just res mages.
Well, yeah,
I'm gonna try red. I haven't tried it yet, but it's on my list.
it's pretty easy to pick up. It's very beginner-friendly caster.
Is that why everybody keeps telling me to play it?
Yeah, it must be it. Yeah, of course it is. Absolutely. I'm gonna start trying to do that tomorrow, and I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna see what happens, and maybe I can just beat the whole Palace of the Dead probably in like one day. Just get it out of the way, and that way I can focus back on Chocobo racing.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
not
2
going to
days.
happen.
Yeah, I'll save the rest of the content the day after for stream.
I don't know if you knew this, Zepla, but the Asmon and I were actually two of the best World of Warcraft players in the world before we came to Final Fantasy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were considered we were big time gamers, and
Okay.
yeah, like now, you know, we're just like Final Fantasy, you know, is like a bit of a vacation for us. You know, we're just like really enjoying it and just trying to have a good time. So we haven't really brought that skill that lays latent inside of us, but you know, soon we're gonna really start popping off, and stay tuned.
If Asmon can solo clear Palace of the Dead before Endwalker comes out, then I will change to Lalafell for a week.
A month.
Okay. A month if, like, up until the point that Endwalker early access starts. Because at that point, I'm gonna change back to my main character and do the story on my main character.
Because you
There's no
want to
way
have
I'm
it on screenshots.
Yeah, I want the screenshots, and I want to do it on my character. Like, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from doing that. So, up till that point, I mean, yeah, but there's just no way you're gonna be able to do it. Like in that time frame, there's just not you're not gonna be able to do it. Like, period. Oh, but we're the best players in the world.
You're fine.
Oh, but we were some of the best players in the.
All right.
Come on now.
All right. So basically, I have to. Yeah, that's fine. No, the thing is that everybody always wants to doubt me. Everybody always wants to say it's not going to happen. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see. No, we'll see what happens. I'm actually gonna start on it. I'm gonna start researching tonight. Okay, and tomorrow I'm gonna do my first attempts. I'm gonna look up all the guides. I'm gonna look everything up. It's not gonna be a big deal at all.
You don't even know what you're getting into. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're just talking shit constantly. You're just talking out of your ass. You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know.
You're starting to get
Crush you, man. Pals of the Dead is gonna crush you so hard. It's not like it's probably even harder than Ultimate. Like, it's not just.
Go ahead. Explain it. Explain it.
Zepla, now he's gonna start using numbers.
Spit you out.
All right.
It's gonna.
He's gonna start using random numbers to prove that he knows what he's talking about. He's gonna be like, well, dude, 10%.
No, it's gonna be easy. Yeah, it's gonna be easy. Like the thing is that if there's ever been a challenge in a game, I got every single Mage Tower challenge done back in Legion. I got every single challenge mode done. I got Realm First challenge modes. I did a number of other solo challenges. I have absolute confidence in myself to do something that I know absolutely nothing about.
Look, Asmon.
Yes.
I know you can do it. And I don't doubt that you can do it.
Yes.
I doubt that you can do it in this time frame. That's where my doubt is. Yeah, you absolutely can. I mean, if anyone who's dedicated can do it. But, I mean, this is something that takes people that are really dedicated to the content months to do. It's not.
That's probably because they have jobs.
I mean, true.
Yeah, they have jobs. They're not playing on my level of existence.
If you chain fail, like let's say that you're at like, your floor 101 to 110, and you could just keep failing that over and over and over again, right? And then just keep reusing your save.
No.
You have to do it all over again, I'm pretty sure.
If you want the title, it must be from 1 to 200.
Straight through one shot.
Yeah. That's how to get the title. Now, I think that there is like one checkpoint where you could die and then start it. I think it's floor 100. And like you could use that as practice to save time as you're practicing. But like if you got from 100 to the final floor, it wouldn't count to your title. Like it wouldn't count. It's just for practice. Does that make sense?
It's gonna be easy. Like I watch, like the thing is that like I've seen people killing chimeras and shit. Like that's a level 40 boss. How hard could it be?
It's floor 50. It's floor 50, I think.
Is it 50 to 200? Yeah.
No, that's a checkpoint, but like it won't count. Like you have to do from 1 to 200, like I said.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. You know the worst part about Palace of the Dead for trying to do an achievement like this?
What?
Really isn't very fun solo. I'll be completely honest. Like I went through.
Fun is for casuals.
I think you will go crazy if you try to get this.
Yeah, actually, I think it's not a good thing for him to try. Like, I don't think he should do it.
I played like 1 through 50 solo, and I did die multiple times as literally Thaumaturge. I didn't have my jobs done yet. Like I leveled like 5 to like 30 in there, and it was not like, and I love that style of game. Like I like anything that's even roguelike adjacent. And I was just losing my, like, it was not fun. It's really slow.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's no dishonor in just saying like if you try it and it's just miserable for you and you're not having fun at all, obviously like all bets are off. Like, you shouldn't feel like you're pressured to do something that just straight up sucks that you hate, right? Like, it's pointless. It's completely pointless.
I did that for 15 years. You said 1 month, right?
I didn't say 1 month, no.
All right.
I did not say that. I said, I mean, it's going to take several months probably, I would imagine.
Okay, so now we're moving to goalposts. Is that right?
I mean, what I've said was, you need to do it before Endwalker. I don't know how long it's going to take you. But
right.
I also think you shouldn't do it if it's going to be, like, horrible and not fun.
All right. Have you know, during our after show, I'm going to be looking up strategies and finding resources, and I'm going to be spending all tomorrow planning.
We can literally, during the after show right now, man, we could literally do it together and you can see.
I don't want to do it together. I want to do it by myself, and I
want to dip your toes in. I'll literally heal you as an Astro.
No, I don't want to train myself to do something that I don't want to be running without ankle weights if I need to be running with ankle weights. Or ankle biters in your case.
Yeah, true.
I almost feel bad for encouraging him on this path because I just think that it's a dark path.
It is terrible. Like this is a 4-month stream break waiting to happen. Like that's what Palace of the Dead is. Like everybody enjoy. Like make sure you show up to every single Asmon stream for the next. This is the thing that will drive him off the deep edge. This is worse than PoE. Everybody say goodbye. Everybody say goodbye. It's gonna take 2 weeks.
It's gonna have Necromancer right there with the little brackets in there. Be like just like that. It's gonna be so easy. I understand the way it works, right? This is what I'm assuming, right? This is it's a challenging dungeon. It's more so an endurance method. It's also a large amount of knowing. It's a large amount of knowing the way that the fights work, and if you know how everything works, you won't make the mistakes. On top of that, there's probably some degree of trial and error because you get abilities that are like roguelikes, and there'll be chances that you'll get bad abilities that do not work.
RNG.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I assume that this will probably take about 10 tries, 10 serious tries. Probably one try where I could have gotten it and I fuck it up, and then the second try where I do it right. It's all RNG. Yeah, that's what I think it'll be.
I hope you like traps. We'll start there. Yeah, look, I think that, you know, you've had since you've come back from your last break, I think you've had a pretty good run. One's deserved at this point, and
yeah, I think it's time for another break.
Yeah, this will be the thing that pushes you over the edge. Now, with this one, if your goal is to actually get to the point where you don't come back until you get the title, I don't think you'll ever be back. This is I have a higher chance of getting invincible than you do of getting this title, and I don't even have WoW installed.
Look, he can do it. He can absolutely do it. Just in the time frame. That's all I'm saying. It's just like
I respect Asmon so much as a video game player. I genuinely do. I think I probably respect him as a video game player more than most people do. I've seen him at his absolute best off stream. Yeah, most people think he's fucking shit. So I think he's an incredible video game player. I really do. I do not think you are going to get this.
What?
And I feel like by saying this, I'm pushing him even further. I do not.
Look at him. Look at his face.
I do
Look
not.
how determined he is right now.
I don't think you're gonna get it. I don't think
you're just making it worse. We're just like, he can't handle it, and he's just like, yep, I can't.
Right.
Keep it coming.
Happens.
We're feeding him. What are we doing? We have to stop. It's too late. It's too late.
Yeah. You're enabling unhealthy behavior. I will get this. I'll figure it out. I'll know what I need to know, and I'll be able to do it. It'll be fine. Yeah, I'm not worried whatsoever.
I mean, look. If you do it after Endwalker,
no, I'm gonna do it before. I don't want to do it after because then I'll be busy because I'll be having to do the new content. Like I want to get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get it out of the way, get it done.
When are the raids coming? Isn't that in around Christmas time? I think. Since Savage.
I'm not sure actually. Yeah, I have no idea.
Maybe you would have time. I'm not sure.
I mean, you just do it. Like, that's all there is to it. I'm actually not worried or nervous or concerned about this at all. I really think that I'll be able to do it. Like, now that you know what? Everybody's going to doubt me. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not even going to say anything because everybody thinks it's not going to happen. And it's the same thing with the ultimates. It's the same thing. And we'll see what happens. All right?
You'll get the ultimates.
Yeah, I think that you have a better chance of clearing T.
Before Endwalker?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you have a better chance.
How could it be better than 100%?
Right, of course.
Of course, absolutely.
Of
yeah,
course.
it'll be fine. I'm not worried at all.
So just so you understand,
yeah,
what you're embarking on.
Yes,
you're gonna learn a completely new job first, right? You're gonna have to. You're gonna go through the quest to get a new job. You're gonna now get that new job. Now you're gonna be spamming some of the early floors to start to unlock some of the abilities for those jobs. You're gonna learn that job in Palace of the Dead.
Yes.
That's all gonna be easy. That's
easy. That's the start. Now you're gonna be doing Palace of the Dead by yourself, which is incredibly boring content. I kind of disagree with you on.
Like,
you think solo Palace of the Dead is fun?
I did solo. I soloed pretty far. I didn't make it to 200, but I didn't try like super duper hard. But I made it to like floor. I don't remember if it was 140, something like that, or 150-ish.
So I've played it like the past week, pretty much every. Yeah, maybe the past 4 days, like every night. The first night I did it completely solo, and it was okay. Like, I didn't hate it. Like, I don't think it's terrible. It's not like island level. Like, you get to think, but the second I started playing with other people, I was like, oh my God, this is fun. And, you know, you can kind of space out, watch a movie. Like, it's not like the hardest thing in the world. Just spam 51 to 60 over and over again for XP. But to be in there with no end in sight, only to clear the whole thing solo, I imagine would get boring.
What I would say is that maybe the lower floors are boring, but once you get into the higher floors where it's actually difficult, it's not boring anymore at all. Like, once it starts to actually be difficult in there, so like if you can manage to get through the grind of the lower floors,
yeah, I'll stream the last 50 floors.
Very intense because it's terrifying. Like, there's higher floors where one hit from one of these mobs will kill you. Like, you need to be kiting. You need to be running around. You need to be like playing at the best of your ability, because one mistake, like, that could be it for you. You could just ruin your whole run. I think that Asmon will like that part, really, because
I'm a bit of a fuck up. I don't know if I will.
And what are you talking about?
I make a lot of mistakes. I do make a lot of mistakes. I'm not a precise player. I am
Rich just said that you're one of the best players in the world.
I'm very good at having bursts of skill and then having that be followed up with oceans of failure.
Oh, are you starting? I feel like I'm sensing a little doubt from you now. What happened?
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Is this starting to sink in? What you've agreed to?
No, absolutely not. Well, absolutely not. No, I'm not concerned about it in any way. I'm just saying that it will be a challenge for me in that way, because perfection is not necessarily something that I'm good at. Yeah, it's fine.
Look, I mean, no one would expect perfection.
Right.
You gotta learn. Like, it's practice, you know?
And
you will have, hopefully some luck in there too to help you out. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe you'll get lucky with some abilities in there that will save you.
Yes. I will.
Oh, what is this?
No, that was some bullshit. Like, this one was some bullshit too. That was some bullshit too. People said I'd never beat Dark Souls. I beat Dark Souls. Like, that was no big deal.
Dude, the Dark Souls timeline was a dark timeline.
It was a very dark timeline. It was an awful timeline. It was the worst timeline of all timelines.
It was actually like, and you're putting yourself back into it right now. That's actually what's happening here.
All right.
Dark Souls, every single day, no matter what we were doing, trying to start a company, trying to do Allcraft, anything, no matter what was going on, I just would watch your eyes darting around. You wouldn't say anything, and then somebody would stop talking, and you'd just be like, shit. And that was it. It was the darkest timeline ever. And you're putting yourself back into it.
Wait.
You were consumed. He was absolutely consumed by
Why was he doing that? I don't understand.
Because I told my chat that I wanted to try a new game, and I thought that the best game to begin variety with was Dark Souls. And it was actually, it was not good, because at this point, I had not played any other games besides World of Warcraft for 10 years, and I was just so dog shit at the game that there are still people nowadays that come back and watch my Dark Souls playthroughs because of how bad I was, and it was so entertaining for them to watch.
Well, that's good, right?
It wasn't the stream part that was bad. It was the human part that was bad. Like,
yes.
Asmon as a human lost himself.
Right, that's what I'm asking about. That's what I'm asking about. Are you telling me that he was just on edge all the time because of this game?
Yeah, I was really upset about it.
It was all he thought about. There was no Asmongold. There was a Dark Souls player who
I had gone hollow.
It was just like filled with Dark Souls thoughts and like disappointment, and like it was absurd. And then once he beat it, like I didn't even really see I didn't see you feel that completed by it. Like I don't remember you being like, yeah,
I'm never happy whenever I accomplish a goal like that, because I knew it should have happened.
You knew it should have happened.
Yeah, it should have happened. Like I knew I should. I usually feel like I should have done it earlier.
So why are you going to do this right now?
But how could you have done it earlier if you were doing it?
But like less attempts.
So
I kill a boss in 20 attempts that I think should have died in 3, something like that.
So you're like punishing yourself even more.
Yeah, even when I win, I lose. It's a really great mindset to have. Let me tell you something. It's so positive. It's very healthy and just a really good way to look at things.
You should work on that.
Oh, I am.
Are you?
Palace of the Dead. Whenever I get my plus 200, I will absolutely.
This is actually going to be so bad. Like I'm just telling you right now, this is going to be terrible. Like I'm actually getting anxiety right now thinking about it.
I think that you're more stressed than anybody, Rich. Asmon doesn't seem too worried. I'm like a little worried.
Why would I be worried?
Because he doesn't even know what he's talking about. Like he doesn't even know what he's getting into. So,
I have spent the past 1 month doing gold saucer dailies every single day, nonstop, for I would say probably an entire month, like 8 hours a day, because I wanted the cactus mount, and I am now days away from achieving that cactus mount. And if anybody thinks that I'm not going to be able to get this, or the Kugain Tower, or any of that other shit that people are telling me that I can't do, that's fine. I actually like it whenever people doubt me, because that makes me feel better whenever I win.
What is it about the cactus mount that you like so much?
It's a lot of money.
He doesn't have it. That's literally like that's the thing that you have to understand. The only reason he likes stuff is because he doesn't have it, and then he gets it.
Once I get it, I won't want to use it. I won't want it after I get it. Like I don't really want it. I just want to have gotten it. The cactus mount's stupid.
This is goblin.
But I need to have it.
It's like, are you a goblin?
Yes. I mean, yes,
like a lizard goblin.
Yes, I am. That's the way I play games, right? Is
literally.
I am a loot goblin, and that's all I do is I think about getting the next piece of gear. I never sit back and think about, oh wow, that's so cool that I got that thing. Never. I don't give a shit about it. I only care about the next one. That's it.
That's horrible.
I honestly don't even know how stats work yet in Final Fantasy. I don't even know how the stats work. Like that's how little I've cared about gear. And
that's okay. You don't have to worry about that till later.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. Like, have you been playing the game that way so far, Asmon, or are you like already thinking about?
Well, there's a number, and if the number's higher, I use the one with the higher number.
Okay, so you're kind of in the same place right now. Like, you're not being like a complete loot fiend at this point.
Well, there's no reason to, because like there's no real decisions to be made, right? Because like usually you get like the full set of like high level gear, and then there's no reason really to think about it beyond that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's completely fine.
It's kind of nice, like you don't need to open up a third-party website to figure out what's the best gear that you need. Like just get the gear that's good, and you're done.
Does that
Yeah, exactly.
change? Does that change when you get to like the late game? Is there a lot of decision making with how you gear, or is it pretty much you're just going for like a best set?
No, like you have a BIS list, you get all the things on the list, and you're done.
Yeah, so I don't even worry about the numbers because the numbers don't matter. It's just about getting the set.
I mean, there's like a little bit of variation. Like for example, if you want a faster set, if you want faster cast times, you want faster attacking speed, then there's a couple different BIS sets to choose from for several different jobs. But in general, you just pick the one you want and get that.
Yeah, so I'm not worried about it at all.
You don't have to worry about that.
No, I'm just playing the game, having fun. And it's like, I
So,
feel like...
when are you having fun? Like, when do you feel like you're having fun in general? Like, when are you
I don't really
happiest?
have fun. It's not about like
Just said you're
fun. Well, it's like, but well, all right. So let me think of a better way to explain it, right? Because it's not really like fun.
Is
It's
it not
like,
cool to have fun?
the
Is
fun
that-
I
is with
think Asmon and I actually think only have fun in one scenario. I could be wrong, but tell me if I'm right. I feel like the only memories I have of really having fun with you, and this is kind of like in general, it's just like whenever we're talking shit. Like that's
Yeah,
like
I only have
that's
fun whenever somebody else isn't having fun.
Yeah.
Like that's basically what it has to have. It's like a fun vampire thing. That's about it. And so like really it's about, it's not about having fun. It's about doing it because you can. And just doing it. And I don't know, like, it's like this weird fixation. It's just, it's stupid. It's stupid, but that's the way I do things. Fun is for lame people. Yeah, exactly. A fun vampire. No, I am. That's the way it works, guys.
I remember. You remember that one time we were driving around in your car, and I actually recorded the whole thing. That was fun.
Yeah. When I was just sitting there talking shit about people, and I was like, oh, we're gonna have to edit that part out, and then this part and the other part too.
And I just have that recording. I can now I like haven't even watched it because I'm too scared. And then we chased that deer.
Yeah, I actually did almost catch a deer. I ran his ass down
with a sword.
I would have, with a sword. I would have got him. Yeah, it was for the OTK.
That was a fun day.
I mean, that sounds like you're pretty athletic. You're pretty athletic if you could almost catch a deer. How are you doing that?
Deer didn't even see him coming. He was blending in with the grass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I hid behind a shade of grass. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, so you're like a commando out there.
Not exactly.
Where did you get all this tactical training? Well, I guess Dark Souls. No, would probably.
Yeah, Dark Souls, exactly. Dark Souls.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'll be totally fine, okay? Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm actually about to sit down and like really start researching this Palace of the Dead thing.
Oh God.
Yep, I'm gonna do it.
Look, I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
Just don't actually don't do it. Just wait a little bit. Everything is going so well right now.
I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
No, wait like a month, dude. Just just wait a month. Continue to be happy. Everything's so good. Like everything is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do this to yourself, man. Like just don't do it to yourself.
All right. Start tomorrow. Start looking things up.
He's not listening. He's
gone. I'll start looking things up. Get it done. It's completely fine. I'm not gonna be doing it. Listen, guys, I'm not gonna be doing it on stream. It's gonna be an off-stream thing. Okay, I'm just gonna be doing this for fun. That's all.
For fun,
It'll be for fun. Yeah.
Fun.
Not really. I mean,
using that word, I don't think it means.
But it's not.
What you think it means.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't really have. Fun is a very interesting word for me. Okay. It's hard to explain. All right. It is what it is. But listen,
it is what it is. That's fun.
It is what it is.
When things are what they are.
Yes, they are what they are, and they're not what they're not. That's all I've got really to say. Listen, Zepla, I want to say thank you very much for coming on. Like, I know the show's gone on for quite a while, but I do want to say thank you very much for coming on the show, semi-last minute, and being part of it.
Semi-last minute.
Pretty last minute.
I mean, for
me today about this.
Yeah, and that's pretty semi-last minute. It wasn't the last hour. It wasn't during the show. I mean, we've had people come on as guests to the show while we were doing the show. Like, this is, I'd say, like, oh, we plan it the day of. Oh, that's pretty good.
I mean, not it's the just hour. Good that like I can come on down whenever you need somebody. Like,
it sure
suddenly.
Is. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you too. I mean, we've been doing the show for like honestly at this point 4 or 5 years, and this is the first time we had a guest host it for us, and it was really refreshing. Like, thank you so much for doing that. Me and Asmon just got to show up today. Yeah.
Anytime. Thanks for coming to the podcast. I appreciate y'all, and I hope to have you both on the show again soon.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I really had a great time. Yeah, don't fire Rich. It'll be one time too many. Actually, I think that was probably 5 times
I've been
ago.
thinking about it, but okay.
I don't blame you. It's okay.
All right. Well, thanks for everything.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
thanks y'all for coming on.
And also, I want to say, anybody who doesn't know, please go ahead and if you guys want to link Zepla's socials in chat and give her a follow, give her some support. She's made a million videos that we've watched already. And I often refer back to your mount video whenever I'm thinking about the next one that I want to go after. So thank you very much for that.
Cool.
Yeah, like the problem. Flex video a lot.
Yep.
The Flex video was
wait, I have a joke. I prepared. Okay. Why do Asmongold's pants always fall off? Because the buttons keep popping off.
Oh my god. Oh my. All right. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. All right, bye, Zepla. Thank you. Rich and I will be, of course, doing the after show in just a little bit. If you guys want to tune in for that and call in and everything like that, we're going to go ahead and start that up in just a few minutes. But thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will be back online on Saturday. And we will probably be doing the final, probably like 4s 180 to 200 on Saturday. God, man. Yeah, just get that out of the way, get it done. And yeah, it's going to be great. I'm not worried about it at all. So we'll see what happens, guys. It'll be totally fine. I'll see you guys all on Saturday. Thank you all very much for watching. Just stick around, and we're going to be moving over to Rich's show in just a few minutes here. But either way, guys, thank you all very much. And until next time. Peace.